This point I'm going to make requires some nuance, even though the headline is LeBron's petulant or whatever you want to, however you want to take it. The moment Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers, I remember wondering and thinking, can LeBron James stand to be the number 2? Can LeBron James' ego and competitiveness and just how he's accustomed to navigating the NBA and flexing his power and being in charge, and I don't mean those as put-downs, I just mean them as reality, can he accept being that guy? Kobe Bryant could never be a number 2. That's okay. Michael Jordan could never be a number 2. That's okay. Tim Duncan could be a number 2. He was in his last championship run. Steph Curry let himself to pretend to be the number 2 behind Kevin Durant. That's okay. People are built differently. I think now we know, D-Mac, the moment Luka Doncic became a Laker a year and a few months ago was the moment, in retrospect, this was inevitable. Because LeBron, I think, is clearly someone who is not interested in playing second fiddle, even if playing second fiddle in an orchestra that has an opportunity to do something really special. I think his ego is part of the reason he's leaving, and that's fine. But I think it tells us he was never okay with Luka number 1.
Exactly. I think that is where it comes down to, is that LeBron James, his entire career, has been the alpha. He has been the center of whatever team's universe that he's playing in. And with the Lakers, the second they got Luka Doncic, the second that trade was made, it meant that whether it be a day, a week, a month, or a year, there was going to be a changing of the guard for this franchise. That we're going to break it up with someone after you see they've already packed your bags, right? That's how I view this. I truly do, because we know that LeBron James isn't going to accept anything less than, hey, LeBron, please play for us. Hey, LeBron, here's all the money you want. Hey, LeBron, how else do you want on this roster? There was none of that. I think those bags were packed. And yes, would the Lakers have liked to have him back at the right price? Sure, but it was very conditional.
I think it's a maybe. By the way, I think it's a maybe. Everything you said, I completely agree with. By the way, the stream is live. Get on there at the Fan LA. At the Fan LA. Let us know what you think in the comments. We're going to integrate all of your thoughts and perspectives into the show. And we see that the phone lines are rocking at 855-97-LA-FAN. Give Bursch a second. He's going to get through those calls. He's going to screen them. He's going to get them on hold. We're going to get to every single person that calls in. If you have a perspective on LeBron, at 855-97-LA-FAN. Can I give you a couple points of sort of reporting and information that's out here? And maybe try to tell you what I'm seeing, and you tell me if you see the same thing.
Yeah.
Couple things here. First, we have these sort of, required LeBron James thank you note to L.A. It comes above, on X, the Lakers statement. The Lakers statement on X reads, LeBron James is one of the greatest athletes in history. We will always be thankful for his 8 years of the Lakers, including the title he led us to in 2020 under the toughest imaginable circumstances and the countless records he broke in purple and gold. We wish him all the best in the future, both on the court and off. He will always be a cherished part of the Lakers family, end quote. That is signed by Jeannie Buss, which I think is interesting and instructive, because Jeannie Buss is the person who brought LeBron in. Weirdly instructive. That I'm not mad at LeBron, but he doesn't feel like a true Laker, even though he was here for 8 seasons.
If you drop LeBron James off in South Central, he wouldn't know how to get home, right? So, I mean, I think that what speaks to, look, the truth is, I feel like when athletes and celebrities, when they want to be involved in the community, it has to come from a genuine place. The truth is, LeBron James, he came to L.A., he started his production company. He starred in movies. Most of them were flops. Most of them did not get critically acclaimed. Let's just be honest. He was never the star that Shaq was, as far as...
L.A. is, like a lot of places, but more so, is a place that is so special that if you don't embrace it, if you don't work for it, you're not going to win it over immediately. And it's going to sound like I'm taking shots at these cities, and I don't mean to, but if you're LeBron James, or you're Shohei Ohtani, or you're Messi, and you go to Kansas City, or you go to Sacramento, or you go to Portland, you're automatically the most important person in that city. When you come to L.A., it's different. And AJ's point, I think, is that LeBron never connected with the place and the city, fair or not fair, in a way that won people over, that felt authentic, that felt real. I mean, Kobe Bryant walked these streets. But the minute he left Portland, he's a man without a home the first time. Giannis just went to Miami. Outside of Steph Curry, there's not another Kobe Bryant, in the sense of how extraordinary they were, and so much longevity and passion and actual love for a place that they earned the love forever. That's never going to be LeBron. And I don't know if he goes back to Cleveland now to try to reclaim that, But this city never loved LeBron the way he wanted to be loved, and LeBron needs to be loved because LeBron was always temporary. He could have been here 15 years. He was he felt temporary.
No doubt about it. I mean, I've always said that about LeBron. LeBron's relationship with the Lakers fans, it's like a stepdad who did everything right? Kept the refrigerator full, he bought the house, he put you through college. But every time there's an argument, you still say, well, you're not my real dad anyway, right? That's how we felt about LeBron James. There's no denying he brought the Lakers back to relevance. The Los Angeles Lakers hadn't missed the playoffs for 5 straight years. It was a dumpster fire when Magic Johnson was running the show. Yes, you used those draft picks to ultimately get Anthony Davis, but it was LeBron James that I think helped facilitate that. But I think for LeBron and what has transpired and what's led to this decision is the simple fact that he's not an A anymore, right? When you're in this town, when you're an A, like a DiCaprio, like a Pacino, like you're an A-list actor that can star in a movie, you still want to be here, right? LeBron is not the A. This is a now town. You have to be able to win MVPs now, win championships now. LeBron's the past. That's the truth. Luka's the MVP.
He won 1 in 8 years, too. I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I'm not arguing with you.
He won 1 in 8 years, but let's be honest.
3 or 4, maybe he's beloved. I think the saddest thing about LeBron's goodbye, because, look, I've covered every LeBron goodbye. I have been flown to those cities. Now I live in the one. The saddest thing for LeBron about this goodbye is the sense of it's big news, but there's not an emotional outpouring. I think he would secretly rather have people burning his jerseys in the streets than be like, all right, cool, man, that's good. That's nice. By the way, 855-97 LA fan. Do you want to hit one more call?
Absolutely.
Mark in Huntington Beach. Appreciate you, man. We're talking some LeBron. Thank the moves that need to start at 3 o'clock and 37 minutes when free agency officially begins. If they don't build a team around Luka Doncic that can win, if they don't land a Jaylen Duren or a Walker Kessler, they don't make a trade for Herb Jones or whoever it is, I think it's actually in the best interest of the Lakers to know that Rob Pelinka can't do the job. The other thing that LeBron has done, the favor he's done LA, and he didn't do it for LA, he did it for himself, is now there's nowhere DMAC for Rob Pelinka to hide. LeBron James is a lot of things, but again, this is the nuance. He will make a bad GM look very, very good. And he will make a great GM look very, very average. Because LeBron rises all levels, but also gets in the way of the people who know what they're doing. See Ty Lue, I think, in his tenure as LeBron's coach in Cleveland. Now Rob Pelinka gets to show whether he was a great GM who had to manage up with LeBron or a terrible GM, that's my guess, whose multitude of sins were made up for the fact that LeBron will make sure you win 45, 50 games because he gives you 26, 7, and 7. Now we're going to find out whether or not the Lakers are in the right hands of someone who can build around Luka Doncic. And I think that's a blessing, even if it goes very, very badly, which it could. Absolutely,
man. To me, this is the step in the right direction that this Lakers franchise needed. Because, look, would it have been nice to have LeBron James back? 100% it would be at the right price. There is a world where if LeBron gives them some flexibility, you put together a roster that I think can win a couple rounds in the playoffs. And if Luka gets hot, we saw last year, Jaylen Brunson got hot. You can get to the finals. You can make deep runs. But the truth is that roster with LeBron, Luke, and Austin Reeves, with 3 of your 5 starters, guys that are below average games, is off this team. It's like when you let Gordon Ramsay take over your restaurant, man. Like, he gets too much power. Things get too chaotic. And with him gone, I think that we're closer to a championship now than we were last year. And I'll never forget when Kobe Bryant said after a playoff loss that there's only 2 grades for a Lakers season. There's A if you win a championship and F if you don't. And next year with LeBron James would have still been an F.
If that's a standard, then he got an F 7 out of 8 seasons. And this sort of like celebrate LeBron and throw confetti at his feet and oh, thank you, oh merciful one, isn't good enough. And I know we're going to hit this more later. I'm not impressed by LeBron's tenure in LA. And I am shocked that anyone who purports to believe the Lakers should always be in contention would be, because he won us. These are his stats. In 8 years, 1 championship in the bubble, in COVID. It counts. I'm not one of these that doesn't count, guys, but okay. 1 conference finals. That conference finals, they got swept by Denver. 1 conference semifinals. 3 first-round exits. And 2 times he missed the playoffs. 5 out of his 8 years, they either missed the playoffs or they got bumped in the first round. That ain't success, man. Not by the Lakers. That's success by the Kings standards.
Yeah, I would say that his time with the Lakers was just whelming, right? It wasn't necessarily underwhelming, but it wasn't overwhelming. It was just whelming, right? I think for a Lakers superstar, you got to win at least one championship. He did that, right? So, I mean, if you want to give him a C+, fine. If you want to give him a C, that's fine with me, too. I think you look at that championship, and there's all this conversation about that. We won't take it.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I just, because I don't want to, let's do this. I know we got to take a break. 855-97 LA fan. Are you glad LeBron is gone? And does it say something about LA fans, for better or worse, that there's a celebration for many in the fact LeBron James has announced today, thank you, LA, but goodbye? We'll chop that up and more next year, D-Mac and Reiter. The show, D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. LeBron is gone, and many people are very, very happy about it. Now, many people are also happy about it outside of Los Angeles. There are reports from Miami, from Cleveland, from Golden State about fans hoping this will happen, about those teams eyeing LeBron James. Jake Fisher has a report out that LeBron James has been linked to the Miami Heat after the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade with this news. Joe Varden, who has a history, he's a national guy for The Athletic, I think now, but came out of Cleveland as a beat writer, says that James Harden is planning to help the Cavaliers have more flexibility to pursue LeBron James. Ramona Shelburne has said the Lakers are expected to target
polls. You look at different reactions. I think it's pretty easy to say that the majority of the fan base feels a sense of, hey, thank you for your services, but we're happy that he's gone. We're happy that it's time for another era of Lakers basketball. And that, look, the LeBron James antics got tired over the years. For better or worse, when he seizes control of your organization, or at least appears to do so, that usually leads to people believing, wait, was it LeBron James that wanted Russell Westbrook? And was it LeBron James that wanted to have the organization draft his son and things like that? So I think you're looking at the Laker organization, almost felt like, hey, was LeBron getting too much power in this organization? Did LeBron feel like he was bigger than the Lakers? And I just think that people know what they see in this town. They know a star when they see one. They also know a player in his prime when they see one, and they realize that LeBron James, who's turning 42, I don't think they wanted anything to do with a cringy farewell tour. Like, I just don't think Lakers fans wanted that.
Oh, yeah, I agree. By the way, hey, brother, Truth Hurts in the chat at the Fan LA, we're in the Luka era now, baby. Time for Luka to make Mavs regret trading him. Here's the thing about LeBron that I find. So I think that Lakers fans have an incredibly high basketball IQ. And I also think that when you root for a certain personality, fan bases almost take on the personality of the person that they root for. Because I've traveled for my old NBA job. If you sort of go to San Antonio, they celebrate humility and teamwork and just putting yourself second, because that's what Tim Duncan did. If you go to New York City, they celebrate now a guy who will take less money and makes it all about just like winning in the Jalen Brunson sort of ethos. What defined Kobe Bryant? Competitive zeal, no excuses, and absolute candor. What did I call it the other day where Alex was like, what did you say? Unvarnished candor. Kobe was, whether you loved him or hated him, and people outside of LA certainly hated him sometimes, he was so candid, you always knew where he was coming from. He was authentic, some would say to a fault. LeBron James is the anti-Kobe. I think LeBron's his inability to be authentic, inauthenticity, there we go, Reiter here on DMAC and Reader 97 on The Fan, I think that was as much a problem of his as following Kobe, because he was so different than Kobe Bryant. This isn't a shot. It's just real. LeBron could be phony. LeBron would lie all the time about random stuff. There were the reports we talked about where Russell Westbrook reportedly said, I don't want to be in LA. It's the Denzel. Was it Denzel? I think it was a Denzel Washington story. Was that who it was? Some famous actor was there, and LeBron and Anthony Davis reportedly were talking smack about it and didn't want to be there, walked out, then came in and hogged the whole conversation. And Westbrook goes, I can't deal with these guys. Do you remember LeBron James, not that long ago, called Brian Winter, said, this guy says he's like my effing best friend, something Brian had never said. If Kobe Bryant went after you, it was because you deserved it. Do you remember the Jason Whitlock press conference where Jason Whitlock, the reporter, asked Kobe a really dumb question, which happens, and Kobe just at the finals just went at Jason Whitlock. He just went after him because Kobe would come at you straight up. LeBron was passive-aggressive. Kobe was so authentic that if he didn't like you or didn't think you were
list than Kobe Bryant. But I think that what people love and still exude in this town is the Mamba mentality. It's that authenticity that you bring up, that grit, and the fact that we know that if Kobe had some flaws, that we were able to live through those, right? We were able to experience those in real time. He comes here as a teenage rookie and makes his way through a Hall of Fame career where he wins 5 championships. We did not have the whole ride with LeBron James. I think that's another thing, too, about the relationship with LeBron and this city that no one talks about enough is, hey, guess what? If we had LeBron James during the peak of his powers with the Cavs, if we had LeBron James when he was at his very best with the Heatles or when he went back to Cleveland, yeah, best believe that relationship would be very different. Because I do think there's an entertainment aspect of this that didn't connect with Lakers fans. I mean, when you went to see Kobe, even in years when the Lakers didn't win championships, it was like, hey, I'm going to try to drop 50 on you. I'm going to try to drop 60 on you. That's not LeBron James' style of play. When you go see Shohei Ohtani, I'm going to hit a 500-foot bomb and strike out 10 hitters. If you go look at Myles Garrett and what he's going to do, Matthew Stafford, we like athletes at the absolute peak of their powers, being an absolute phenomenon. And even though LeBron James did deliver that title, when you covered him on the Heat, dude, he was above the square every dunk. He wasn't doing that here.
No, he wasn't above. I'm going to disagree. Look,
that was peak athletic LeBron. He
wasn't as good during his Lakers time, but he was good enough to win championships, and he didn't because he doesn't put that first. He puts LeBron first, and he was always good enough to make up the difference. By the way, the year they won the NBA championship, 11th in offensive rating. It's in the NBA. If Luka Doncic doesn't win an NBA, if Luka Doncic is here for 8 years and wins one NBA championship, it won't be successful by the standards of what the Lakers. It's not a Kobe success story. It's not a Shaq success story. It's not a Magic success story, right? So the standards are really, really high. My point is, LeBron didn't succeed by Lakers standards over an 8-year period. Fair or not fair? It's the way it is. And he didn't succeed by a LeBron standard. He was still extraordinary. He still deserves tons of respect. He still deserves lots of love. But I just think it's interesting, now that he's gone and we can look back retroactively, how little he competed at the level that we expected when he first came here.
Yeah, I mean, look, they made one finals appearance, right?
One.
That's the thing. And you got bounced most years. And also, too, I think the Cardinals' sin, the original sin that blew up what could have been a potential back-to-back for the Lakers, was just a terrible decision that there's been extensive reporting on with him and Anthony Davis wanting Russell Westbrook, who was just an atrocious fit. That
Great
blew
call.
things up.
LeBron's call.
LeBron's call.
LeBron did that.
And that's the thing. I mean, you are a victim of your own decisions, and I think there was a world where LeBron and that team could have contended for another title, and if he gets 2 championships, then you start a different conversation about his Laker legacy. I mean, you got to feel good that he got 1, right? I mean, Tampa Bay, Tom Brady got 1, but you didn't get 2, and he wasn't there as long.
Yeah, he was there for 2 years, though, 3 years.
Exactly. So, I mean, he still proved that he could
90.
win somewhere else.
Calls at 855, 97 LA fan. I covered him. I was around him. I talked to the GMs who had to manage him. I talked to the coaches who had to manage him. Many of them privately would just pull their hair out. It's like managing a movie star who makes money but treats everyone in a way that makes it really hard to get the movie made. LeBron was such a bad GM that it was a joke. Like my old line was he's the best player of all time and the worst GM of all time. And there was a stretch where he could be that great of a player and that bad of a GM and still compete. That went away during his Lakers tenure. And LeBron wouldn't take his foot off the gas of control and power. And the Lakers, because the Buss family and Jeannie Buss were always about player empowerment, didn't understand. They had to manage LeBron in a way. The Lakers failed LeBron as much as LeBron failed the Lakers, because had they simply said to LeBron, we're going to just put a winner around you, I think he would have won more. The Russell Westbrook thing, everybody on earth knew that was a disaster. You did. Presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. LeBron James is leaving very graciously, I think. He has let the Lakers know today so that there's time for them to make plans, and we're all trying to figure out what we think of it, make sense of it. And here on DMAC and Reiter, we want you to tell us your reaction to LeBron playing next year, just not with the Lakers, at 855-97 LA Fan. Ben in LA, appreciate you, pal. You're on DMAC and Reiter. What up, Ben?
Yeah, overall, I say the LeBron tenure was a success. I think Laker fans are taking it for granted. All the clowns who were saying all over, and I got some of my friends texting me saying that they're glad he's finally gone. I think you don't recall the previous 6 years before he came to LA were the 6 worst seasons in the franchise history when they were winning that so-called youth movement everybody wanted, when they had Randall and Ingram and Lonzo Ball, and they were winning 21, 22 games, and they were complete embarrassment and joke, and no superstar wanted to come here. They were turned down by guys like LaMarcus Aldridge. That was the low point of the Lakers franchise. So all these people overlooking what he's done for this franchise. He brought him a title. Anybody could say COVID, but everybody played under the same circumstances. He was an all-time great. He broke the scoring record. He brought countless highlights, and he brought relevancy to the brand of the Lakers, which was at his lowest point. So I give it a solid B+. Now, you know, some of the sideshow stuff and with Rich Paul and Klutch and some of the underhanded stuff he does, I don't really like or care for, but that just comes with part of the package of LeBron. So I thank him for the service, and we're going to find out now because everybody thinks Luka's a franchise player, and he's great statistically scoring the ball, guys, but let's face it, he's not a leader. He doesn't play defense, and you got to always worry about him staying healthy. So, and let's not forget this last year, who was the best player down the stretch? It was LeBron. They don't get past Houston without him, and Reeves is inconsistent, and he's not a good liability defensively. So, Laker fans, you're getting what you want now, and I don't want to hear complaints now going forward if they don't get past the first or second round with Luka, who hasn't proven he can do it without an all-time great next to him. So we'll see. Thanks for the time, guys.
Ben, that's a hell of a call, dude. Appreciate you listening on 97.1, The Fan, the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA sports. So here's the thing I take from that call. There's a lot of good stuff in there, DMAC. LeBron is difficult. LeBron was, asserted himself. The juice was always worth the squeeze until it wasn't, and I don't think it is anymore, and I think it was at the beginning. And to Ben's point, there is a championship in there, and maybe I should afford him a little more grace and judge him a little bit less harshly by the standards of the Lakers because it's hard to match those standards now. I do think LeBron was worth the trouble. I just wish LeBron had been able to, at some point, said to himself, you know what? I used to be able to throw my weight around, demand the Russell Westbrooks, tell the front office what to do. Now I can't. If he had done that, I think maybe there's a better basketball team the last few years around him.
I do too. I mean, we talked about this, right? LeBron James, that's how he leaves teams. They're usually not in the best place. They're usually not in the best shape. We know that LeBron James is one of those players that has a major, major impact and influence on a roster. I mean, when he takes over a franchise, it's like a private equity takeover, right? You get some very good short-term gains, but you usually don't have those long-term assets, right? You sell those off. In this case, though, you still have Luka Doncic to work with. You still have a top 3 player. You have an Austin Reeves who would have been the top free agent, at least in the conversation for top free agent this offseason. The cupboard isn't bare, but I love what Ben said, and I hold this to be true too. Hey, Luka, let's see what you got. Rob Pelinka, let's see what you got. JJ Redick, let's see what you got, because those guys have to win one championship. Say what you want about LeBron James. And yes, multiple titles would have been nice, but he did win one. That's more than Elgin Baylor won, right? And if you're going to put on that purple and gold, if you're going to play for this historic franchise, if you don't win at least one NBA championship, which LeBron James did, you are going to be looked at as a colossal failures. There's a lot of pressure on Luka and the Lakers right now.
And Luka Doncic, you might want to just look at the reaction of some Lakers fans who are celebrating LeBron's exit as a warning sign, as an understanding of how quickly this town can turn against you if you do not embrace it and if you do not win. And here's the thing, Luka didn't choose the Lakers, so I think people will give him grace for a while. But if it becomes clear he doesn't want to be here, that grace will evaporate very, very quickly. D-Mac and Ryder 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We've got a bunch of comments from you and phone calls coming in. Keep calling 855-97-LA Fan. Birch is getting through them, so if it's ringing, just keep ringing. We will answer that phone, I promise. Little Miss Odd puts on the comment section of The Fan LA, at The Fan LA on YouTube. Got both the YouTube stream and the Odyssey app going. Let's go, The Fan LA. Nandu 390, good riddance, LeBron. You were never a Laker. MTV Gen X, big fan of yours on the show. My teenager, super sad LeBron is leaving. My kid, one of those high priest worshipers of the Church of LeBron. His room covered in LeBron and Kershaw posters. He says it's a room for regents only. And Robert Wallace 490, 100% writer. The name on the front of the jersey is more than the name on the back of the jersey. We've also got a listener in Syracuse, I know, because one of the folks in the building, his son goes to Syracuse. He gets mad at us for our LeBron takes. LeBron, one thing I'll say about LeBron is he engenders a lot of passion. On every, no one has just a chill. I don't know. LeBron makes people get up and get loud, and I like it.
He definitely absolutely elicits a lot of emotions. He gets you passionate because I don't think, like you point out, there's no casual LeBron takes. I mean, you love him, you hate him, you think that he destroys franchise, you think he's the GOAT. There's really nothing in between for LeBron James. So, hey, we love that here for sure.
I got to say, it's also really, I think, impressive that LeBron James, sarcasm alert coming, was able to do this the day after the Lakers did not waive Bronny James, which guaranteed his $2-some million deal. So, those are the sort of things that leave a bad taste in people's mouth. I get it, but it's just nepotism. Let me ask you that. I know we only have 40 seconds, but if LeBron James announces 2 days ago he's not coming back, they're not guaranteeing. Bronny either got 1.1 to go or 2.4, I think, to stay. He's gone if they know LeBron's gone.
I don't know. I think they might keep him.
Oh, come on.
He was a better draft pick than Jaylen Hood, Shafino, and Dalton Connect
So
at this
are you.
point. Look, he was a playoff rotation player.
D-Mac and Ryder.
Okay.
We're going to keep the Bronny debate going. I also want to run something by Doug that's going to make him really mad. There's a lesson about Kobe, about why I think they did what they did to LeBron next here on D-Mac and Ryder.
They have the sources. They have the pulse.
welcome into the show. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. My chair just attacked me again.
Did it?
My chair's a LeBron
You and your
fan.
chair have beef.
I didn't realize till now, my chair loves LeBron and is not happy that we're not given the respect we're supposed to. You can help support the chair if you want, or any view you have at 855-97-LA-FAN. 855-97-LA-FAN. Let's go to David in Granada Hills. David, thank you for listening. We appreciate you. You're on with D-Mac and Reiter.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
So, I mean, I'm a diehard Laker fan, right? I mean, I grew up in the Kobe, Shaq era. I'm 35 years old, but I mean, I don't think that this whole LeBron thing was a negative or a positive. I mean, I think it was just like, you know, like if you have an ex-girlfriend you were with for a really long time, and then you guys like split up, and then like you start dating again, and then you have like this girl you're dating, and she's just there to fill the void. I feel as a Laker fan, that's what LeBron James was to us. Like, he just never. I mean, I know basketball fans are going to say he's an all-time great, this and that, but like as a Laker fan, I just don't feel like he's ever embraced that purple and gold. Like if you look at the Kobe's, even the Pau Gasols, like they loved wearing this jersey they put on for the city. LeBron was like more like himself. Like he felt like he was in control of everything around him, even the organization, which I feel like he is a GM at some point in, you know, his playing time. But I just don't ever think he'll ever be a Laker, cemented a Laker great. I know he got the bubble title and all that, but I don't think he's a great in the Lakers. And let me just make one more point off topic. For a guy that the city of Los Angeles does embrace, AD99, run it back, big dog, horns up.
That is a great call, David. You crushed that, dude.
Love that ending.
Can we get a
9-9 horns up?
Can we get a cheers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this analogy. What I love about sports talk radio, what I love about 97.1 The Fan, what I love about doing this show with you is that as much as you and I I'm gonna brag on I think you and I are pretty good at our jobs. We consume a lot of content. We are invested in these sports. What I love about having these conversations with people is that sometimes a light bulb goes off. David calls in and tells me something, and I hadn't thought of it a certain way. LeBron, this is the nuance, right? LeBron's not a girl you marry. He's not the girl that you take home to your parents, but he's still cool. Take him to the bar, show him off to the guys, have a good time, win a championship, ate great. You ain't going to marry him. Right? That's not that kind of relationship. It's not that kind of vibe. We've all dated people like, maybe not you, but I have. No, you did. You did a lot like that. You did a lot like that. Well, Do you know what I'm saying? Though, like nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's not a girl you marry.
I think you marry him, but you divorce him. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like,
we have different moral standards.
I mean,
I don't do divorce.
That's an 8-year marriage, man. And there was a ring involved, but you got one ring.
No, David just said.
I mean, to me, that's why I look at LeBron more as like I said, he's that stepdad. He's that stepdad, man.
Gina's wife number one.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Because if you said no 4, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Well, I'm just like, I do agree that, like, you don't see you retiring and spending the entire life with him.
It wasn't true love. It wasn't about commitment. The person you want to raise your kids with and grow old with is different than the person maybe you want to, hang out in L.A. with for 8 years. I mean, it can be a different thing. And that doesn't make them, I'm thinking of two very specific people in my brain, by the way. David really hit a nerve. It's like, my point is this, or David's point that my light bulb went off here on D-Mac and Reiter, 97.1 The Fan. The time with LeBron was special, and it had to end. And it feels like it's ended at a time where there's not that much bitterness for a breakup. There's not that much anger. This was inevitable, and it feels like it's as good a breakup as you're going to get.
Hey, that's what I was saying, man. Leonardo DiCaprio strategy, right? Once they get past 25, and in his case, past 41, you're like, it's time to move on. Who's that next supermodel that I'm going to date?
In this? The Lakers?
Leo's the Lakers, man. And then you got Luka Doncic. He's in his prime. He's that supermodel, man. He's the guy that still has MVP years in front of him, whereas LeBron James had MVP years behind him. I think it's a very different thing, and I think you look at just the nucleus of that roster, it makes sense for the time being. Now, I think this is a situation where kind of both sides can be viewed as winners based on what they're looking for at this stage of their careers in the franchise.
D-Mac and Reiter, the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Phone number 855-97-LA-FAN. We're going to take one more call, and then I'm going to give you a Kobe perspective theory take about and how it applies to LeBron that I think maybe you'll be offended by. But I'm not sure. J-Rob in Rochester, New York, at the other side of the country, still listening to the show. Thank you for hanging out. You're on D-Mac and Ryder. What's up, man?
Appreciate you guys having me. First thing I want to say is I've never been more happy about a sports-related divorce in my history of watching NBA basketball. Los Angeles Lakers fans never deserve LeBron James, and as a big LeBron James fan, I am finally happy that for the last 8 years I have to no longer support the purple and gold in a distasteful and ungrateful fan base. Lakers fans forget that their team was in poverty, just as good as the Clippers on the other side of town for a extended period of time. No playoff appearances, no title hopes, just mud. And you guys all compare LeBron to the girl you don't marry. But if this girl cooks, she cleans, she pays the bills.
No, she don't clean, bro.
Take care of the kids.
LeBron don't clean,
but
dude.
Just because they do all that, it's not enough, and nobody's ever happy. So I just want y'all to know, LeBron James made the Lakers relevant again, gave you guys a championship again, and Lakers fans never decided to embrace him. And I think it's a cop-out to say LeBron didn't embrace the Lakers. I think the fan base just didn't embrace him because comparison is a thief of joy, and that thief of joy is everybody comparing him to Kobe Bryant. He's not Kobe Bryant. He's LeBron James, an all-time great player. He'll go down as a pantheon great player, and it is just sad that during his time with the Lakers, nobody actually enjoyed him for what he was because the Lakers were in the spotlight that they were starving for prior to him being there. And it is going to be almost comical when this roster that doesn't have a center, you don't have a legitimate scoring wing, and when you try to hang your hat on Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves to carry you to the promised land, and you are the 8th, 9th, or 10th seed playing for your play in life, it is going to be, man, I wish LeBron was still here.
Thank you for the call. Love the call in Rochester. Appreciate you. You guys sound like you guys could be best friends almost. I mean, that guy has a similar energy to you.
That's my guy J-Rob. He's a Knicks fan.
He's taking shots at LA.
He's a Knicks fan.
Lakers losers, man.
It's my man J-Rob. He did cook though. My man J-Rob does cook sure.
Oh, so you support what he said?
I support some of the things that he said.
Okay.
I really truly do. But I will say this: that this is what happens when you get a LeBron James fan and not a fan of the team, right? They look at everything through the prism of LeBron James, and he sounded like he was on the Klutch payroll himself, did J-Rob.
He reminds me of Ronaldo fans.
Yeah, very
well-meaning, but get out of the cult, man.
Very delusional. But honestly, I respect that's my guy.
Is that actually your actual friend?
That's my guy, J-Rob.
That you're friends?
Yes. He's a former college football player for the University of Connecticut. He's a ball knower.
What position did he play?
He was a safety.
All right.
Yeah, but here's the thing about J-Rob is just he looks through everything. He's LeBron James' biggest fan.
He could be on the radio, dude. He was good.
Oh, he's the man. Dude.
That's a great call.
Yeah, he cooks.
I don't agree with most of it. I think LeBron has what did he say? He cooks, he cleans. No, man. I don't want to take this analogy to a weird place, but LeBron does some really important stuff, but he's not cooking and he's not cleaning. I mean, he is telling everybody else what to do and insisting that they cook and clean immediately for him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's LeBron.
It is, really.
And that's okay.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine when you're an MVP level player. It's not fine when you are a 26-7 player wants to get a max contract or get $30+ million.
Can I give you my theory on part of the... So, okay, we haven't gotten to this yet, but we will. Luka didn't want LeBron James here enough to insist that he was here. That's part of the reason LeBron's not here. The Lakers obviously weren't so overwhelmed to have LeBron James that they managed this in a situation where he's back. Had they gone to him and said, we desperately want you, here's $50 million, whatever, he'd be back, right? Part of this is LeBron, and who knows the blame pie, if you want to create a blame pie, or if you're glad he's gone, the thank you pie of LeBron and the Lakers having a breakup. But I do think that there's a lesson in the Lakers' recent history that is why they have operated the way they have. And I'm going to attribute this to the new Dodgers ownership, and I might offend you here, because I know that you come at this more from a fan perspective, and I come at this more from a journalist perspective, but I think we both overlap in some of those ways, and a lot of those, certainly in the journalism realm. Kobe Bryant's last 2 years with the Lakers, from a purely basketball perspective, were a disaster. They paid him $50 million over 2 years. in his final season in 2015-16, right? He was the highest paid player in the NBA at $25 million a year. That doesn't sound like a lot now, but it would be like him making $70 million today. They did not advance in any way the idea of having a successful basketball team, and they really just sort of subjugated the Lakers. They subjugated their championship hopes the last 2 years to Kobe's goodbye tour and treating Kobe the right way. And I think that this new ownership group didn't want to do it for LeBron James. And I think it's the right, maybe I won't offend you, I think it's the right call. I think that the Lakers, and I didn't understand it because I just moved here. Looking back, the Lakers giving Kobe Bryant basically $50 million to just enjoy life as a Laker was the right thing because it was better to honor Kobe than start the rebuild process and maybe even win some games and have a chance. You don't do that for LeBron James. He hasn't earned that. Kobe was the wife that you stay with for better or for worse. And the last 2 years of Kobe's playing career were the worst. They were. The 60-point game, I was in the building for that, the goodbye, that was amazing. But Kobe was inefficient and wasn't... And Kobe, it's okay. Kobe's not Tim Duncan. Kobe wasn't going to teach a bunch of young guys how to succeed him, right? He wasn't going to teach a bunch, oh, shucks, here. Kobe was going to try to win every single day, even when he couldn't win. LeBron James, I think, is built in a similar way. The difference is LeBron has an all-time potential great and certainly a top 5 player that he could have guided. And I think the new Lakers owners, because Jeannie Buss would have made the same decision for the reasons that would have been wrong in this case. I think the Dodgers ownership group, the Guggenheim group, I think they looked at this and they said, we're not going to do for LeBron what we did for Kobe because he hasn't earned it, and that means we don't have to worry about giving away a year or two to this guy's ego. We can just move on. I think Kobe's last 2 years, which Kobe earned, but Kobe wasn't that good at that stretch and wasn't worth the money. I think that's an important lesson, and they applied it to LeBron the right way in 2026.
I do too. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I think that the Lakers, they wanted to give the impression and optically make it seem like they wanted LeBron James back, but I think that the Lakers were operating like a lot of Lakers fans are thinking today, that this organization is closer to a championship today without LeBron James as a part of that future than they would have been if they just convince themselves and talk themselves into a scenario where maybe this team could compete with a 42-year-old LeBron and an Austin Reeves that's had injury issues and a Luka Doncic that has had injury issues. This is a great day for Los Angeles Lakers. I know some people might disagree with that. I think this is the best day for the Lakers since they traded for Luka Doncic. I really, truly believe it's that significant just because now we can put Rob Pelinka to the test. We can put the pressure on Luka Doncic. We can show centers out there that you're trying to get in restricted free agency where you might have to include some first-round picks. You can say, hey, you can be a part of this future. You do not have to be bogged down by what a LeBron James farewell tour could look like in Los Angeles. And the thing about Kobe is that, look, it was a different ownership group because it was Jeannie Buss still calling the shots. Very different. LeBron James...
She was a pushover too, dude.
Well, there's that too. And she was friends with Kobe. Yeah.
I mean, you know this. D. McIntyre on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Part of the reason... I don't think I've ever said this on this show because we had no reason. Part of the reason LeBron did not become a Laker because of Magic Johnson and the meeting. He didn't become a Laker. I don't even think he became a Laker because of the history of the Lakers. I think he became a Laker because Jeannie Buss subscribed to her father's belief that you treated the stars like family and you gave them power and control. And you allowed the all-time greats who brought greatness and magic and beauty and love and joy to Los Angeles the right to go out on their own terms. I think LeBron James, in fact, I don't know if I know this, but this is an educated perspective based on conversations with LeBron's people back in the day. I think LeBron looked at that Kobe contract those last 2 years and he saw an organization that honored its all-time great way past his prime and said, I want to be that. I want to be the next version of that. LeBron always wanted to be in charge. And he didn't want to have to fight Pat Riley. And he didn't want to have to deal with Gilbert, the owner of the Cavs, who's an egomaniac. He wanted to go to a place where he'd be treated like he was a god. And the Lakers do that. He just didn't anticipate they'd bring in another god before he retired. I think that's why he became a Laker.
I think there's a lot of things, too. I mean, I think that LeBron wanted to go Hollywood. It was LeBron going to Hollywood. He wanted to make Space Jam 2. He wanted to make Trainwreck.
I think that's overstated. I mean,
he literally started a production company.
I know, but I'm just saying, someone who covered LeBron and talked to those guys about those things, I think he could. Maverick Carter runs that operation for him, and Maverick ran his sort of basketball stuff when he was in Miami. Maverick now runs his production company. Maverick was coming to LA either way. I hear you. But you can can do those things from anywhere.
I think, too, I mean,
Did he make Trainwreck when he was actually in Cleveland?
I mean, it was it was in 2015, I believe.
Yeah,
but, I think
the best movie he made.
But I think that's what sparked that. I mean, but the thing, he was a cameo, and he wasn't a main. Like, he was like, that was a Bill Hader. That was a Bill Hader. Amy
he
Schumer
was in
movie.
that movie. That was the only movie.
But like Space Jam 2 was like, that was a massive undertaking with a production company.
He didn't come here because of Space Jam 2.
But I do think the whole entire limelight of Los Angeles was a major attraction. I remember Brian Windhorst saying that he wanted to play for an iconic franchise. This is LeBron, who was a Cowboys fan, a Yankees fan. Cleveland and Miami aren't iconic franchises. And also, too, he wanted to be a superstar in the greatest city in the world to be a superstar.
Someone who covered him and like just talked to his people, I don't think that was the over. I
think there was so many different reasons why he wanted to come here. I think you could list them out.
If
right?
the Celtics treated stars the way the Lakers do, I think he could have been a Celtic. And by the way, this is like a compliment to the Lakers, and I don't know, you tell me, if the Guggenheim group will do this. The Buss family basically would turn the keys over to, I mean, LeBron James had to throw his weight around to get what he wanted with the Cavs. He tried to throw his weight around with the Heat. That's why he left. That is why he left, because Pat Riley's like, no. He didn't have to throw his weight around to get what he wanted with the Lakers. Genie would just say, what do you want us to do?
I also think, too, I mean, there was a lot of talented young players on the team that clearly the vision was we can flip that for a win-now player, which they ultimately did when they were able to get his clutch mate in Anthony Davis, and that did lead to a title. I think the thing about LeBron James is one thing you can't take away from him is he came here in 2018. Within a couple years, he was still able to win a championship. How many other organizations would have afforded him the young talent to be able to, one, get Anthony Davis, two, put pieces around them, and also allow him to grow his brand, raise his family, have a Brentwood house. He already lived here. It feels like 80% of the league lives here. So I think that the writing has been on the wall for a long time. It felt like one of the most obvious superstars going to a major market team that I think we've ever seen in the modern era. I mean, if Kalshi was around back then, how many prediction markets would have had LeBron going to Lakers? They would have been extremely high just because everything was on the table. And it was a mission accomplished as far as I did win a championship. I did established roots here, and I think that he's probably going to live here for the rest of his life after the team he plays for.
If Hollywood in LA were the overriding reasons, he'd still be here.
I didn't say it was an overriding reason. I said it was one of the reasons.
I think, again, just for me, I think having covered him and talked to these guys, I think that the power that the Lakers afforded him was one of one in the NBA in terms of their philosophy. And it's not even the Buss philosophy on how to treat stars. And because remember, it's not just LeBron wants what he wants. He was trying to build an agency. And the way that you turn Klutch into a force of nature, Klutch is the agency that air quotes that represents LeBron, is that you control an NBA organization. No other organization was going to let LeBron come in and basically have Rich Paul and Klutch make the decisions. And the minute the Lakers allowed that, and I think you're right, it was worth it. They got a championship. This is not a criticism of Jeannie Buss. It worked. But the minute LeBron could pull strings for the Lakers, all of a sudden other guys would be like, I want Rich Paul to represent me. Once you get as an agent your talents, your ability, your manipulation, your control over any organization, especially the Lakers, it creates power waves throughout the rest of the NBA. So in my conversations, look, is Space Jam 2 a factor? Sure. Hollywood, sure. The weather, absolutely. Is there anywhere you'd rather live on Earth than LA if you have LeBron money? There's not. But I think the main thing was that the Buss willingness to let LeBron and Klutch have free reign is why Klutch Sports became Klutch Sports. And by the way, we can do this a different day. I'm not sure Klutch Sports has any power 3 years after LeBron leaves. I'll be really interested if Rich Paul, maybe he is good enough at his job to pull those strings once LeBron is no longer an NBA player that matters.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be interesting to see. I mean, their client list is not where it was, and when you don't have the best player in the world on your roster in a couple of years, it's going to be interesting to see how those relationships started to either dwindle or how strong they still are. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of going back to your point, yeah, for sure. I mean, that is what the Lakers have done. They cater to stars. You make stars feel like we're going to be able to put a championship team around you. And I think that for LeBron, that was certainly the number one factor for sure. I think LeBron's really smart, man. I think LeBron knows exactly where to be at which stage of his career. I think in this case, I do think he potentially could be making a mistake. I really do. I think there's a world where him taking less on the Lakers could have potentially been better for his long-term legacy, could maybe even gone farther in the postseason. I think that now you can say goodbye, hopefully, to him getting a statue, especially if he takes a smaller deal with another team. I think there's a lot of – this is not the way to go out. If there was a world where if he had come to the Lakers wanting to take less and then he takes less for another team, I think it could be potentially worse for where he is as far as how his career ends.
D-Mac and Reiter 97 on the Fan. Sometimes I look at the chat on YouTube for the show at the Fan LA, and I just lose it. Nando 390, this was earlier when we were using the Kobe-LeBron marriage analogy, wrote in all caps, "I hate my wife, but I love Kobe."
Yeah, I love Nando. Nando!
But he hates his wife.
Nando's the man, though. He says crazy stuff.
Nando's the Mando?
Nando's the Mando.
It's an interesting point you said about LeBron making a mistake. I was listening to you talk, and I was processing it, and I was trying to talk myself into a more positive worldview on LeBron. I don't think I got there. But the question, is it possible that having chased glory and championships, and I would say love that didn't always work, and the need to be celebrated, that at 41, 42 in December, LeBron James woke up and went, it's not going to work in LA. I'm not the guy here. For the first time in my career, I'm just going to go be the second or third guy without any pressure and try to win a championship as that dude. Because if he said that, Cleveland becomes a possibility. The Spurs become a possibility. You and I are skeptical of the Warriors. The Warriors become a possibility. I'm not going to pretend LeBron's not the things that he is. I mean, LeBron is truculent sometimes, and he can be petulant, and he's really smart, and he's savvy, and ambitious people have sharp elbows, and he's got the sharpest of elbows, and I respect it even if he gets mad at me. I'm rooting for the guy, and it would be cool to see LeBron James play a year of basketball where he just goes and does it for the hoops, because that's not what he's always done. And by the way, you and I have had enough good fortune to be working together here. I've taken jobs I didn't want to do. I could have I took it for the love of insert whatever job I've had over the last 20 years. I do love this job, and I know what it's like to not love your job. So I hope LeBron, wherever he goes, is actually doing it because he just wants to hoop and he'll have fun in that place. I'm not sure that's how he's built, but I kind of hope he gets a year like that.
Yeah, I think you're right on that standpoint. I absolutely think that he has come to peace with wherever team he goes. There's a high likelihood that he's not the best player on that team. But I do think that if he goes to the Warriors, it does feel a little like it's the Expendables movie franchise, former legends out of their prime, going for one last ride, hopefully can have some more success. I think he would still feel like maybe there's a world where he could be the best player in a playoff series with that Warriors team because they're all around the same age. Who knows what happens with Anthony Davis, but you go to a team like you mentioned earlier, the Spurs, where we know that it's all about the future of Wembanyama. Or if you go to Miami, where Giannis just moved to, is that a world that entices him? I think it all signs to me point to the fact that the organization that still allows him to feel at least like he's the best player on his team is Cleveland. And it's also the same franchise that will be fully on board with a farewell tour and have those warm and fuzzy feelings. It does feel like, it's like the movie franchise Grown Ups, right? It's like with Adam Sandler and Chris Rock and all those guys. They're past their prime, but they can go out there and still have success. That's to me what the Warriors feels like. But I think LeBron, it's not going to feel the same unless he wins a title as a number one or number two. Maybe that's not the most important thing to him anymore. Maybe he just wants just to be in a better situation.
D-Mac and Ryder on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Did LeBron James showcase he shouldn't be a Laker by the move he pulled involving Bronny? We will get into that next here on D-Mac and Ryder. T-Mac and Reiter, presented by TTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. People are finding us on the FM.
I see it.
Old buddy of mine,
feel it.
a guy that used to go to his wine store, Hermosa Beach, Uncorked, just hit me up. He just found us on the FM.
That's
It's
beautiful stuff.
How cool to hear you guys.
It takes one listen, and they're hooked for life.
And they're in?
I've learned that about this show. One listen, one segment, and they're locked in.
You do have some friends who are who styled themselves, I would imagine correctly, as sports content aficionados.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
And we've gotten largely the stamp of approval.
Yeah, mainly
What did
you.
you just say I have, right?
Yeah.
Because you're already approved.
Yeah, no,
You're approved by the board of
they
approval.
love them some Bill Reiter.
I'm not sure. They
They
tolerate.
love them some Bill Reiter,
They
for
tolerate.
sure.
Well, maybe
I got multiple texts. Hey, can't wait to lock in to hear your takes on LeBron. So
Well-
you've established this LeBron, whether there's a dicey relationship. People want to know. Anytime that you talk LeBron, people are all ears.
Here's what it is. It's an honest relationship, and LeBron likes that when I say the honest things that are great about him, and he doesn't when I don't. I Don't Really Exist 92 sort of sums this up. It's very nice. Thank you. In the chat, at The Fan LA, on the stream, on YouTube. Come hang out at The Fan LA. I love Reiter's honesty with stars. He gives no Fs. Reiter, my man. No Fs for funds?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that a different
This is
word?
a family show, so that
I'm
works.
being family.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. All right. Here's my no F's latest version of this, and this is a small point, but I want to make it because I find it extremely obnoxious. And I know you and I disagree on a basketball sense whether this is fair or not. But yesterday, the Lakers had to make a decision on whether or not to, in effect, fully guarantee Bronny James' contract for $4 million. They could have let him go for half that. They kept him. 24 hours later, not even 24 hours later, LeBron James announces, I'm leaving the Lakers. This is so obnoxious. This guy, look, there's a lot about LeBron that is nuanced. There's a lot of nice things that we have said. If you are just tuning in here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, this is not the only thing I'm saying about LeBron today. If it were your kid and you pulled a fast one to guarantee them $2 million, I would salute you. If it were my son Henry, I would do it. LeBron James probably has $1 billion. His son, Bronny, does not need $2.4 million guaranteed. This is ego, dude. This is the ego of throwing his weight around and forcing the Lakers to spend some money because they couldn't cut the guy because they wanted LeBron back. If you cut Bronny James yesterday, LeBron James comes out and says, I'm insulted, I'm put out, I'm not going anywhere. He knew that. He could have told these guys yesterday he wasn't doing it, but he wanted to ensure that his kid got a bunch of extra money. Why? These are the warning signs on LeBron James for me. Why do you have to ensure your son gets an extra $1.5 million when you're worth almost $1 billion? Let him just earn it on his own. Tell the Lakers you're leaving and see if they think he's good enough to keep him.
I think if you're LeBron, you want to do what's best for your family, for your son, right? And he feels that
It's
that is.
$1.50
I
to
understand.
you and me.
It is. It's absolutely
six
nothing.
quarters.
It is absolutely nothing. It is chump change for someone like LeBron James, but still
what?
I think that it secures his son's spot on
That
the
he
NBA
didn't
roster.
earn.
He
LeBron's
doesn't. We
not
know it.
supposed to secure his spot. Bronny's supposed to secure his own spot.
We know that, but still, I think. Hey, was Bronny better than Dalton Knecht? Was Bronny better than Jaylen Hood-Schifino? I mean, look, he wasn't the worst second-round pick in
Was
history.
that bad food worse than the food that gave me food poisoning? No, that's not the standard I operate by.
Look,
anyway,
man.
I just find it, I just find it obnoxious. It's also bad for his son.
That's debatable.
Helicopter LeBron parent over here. Let Bronny just rise or fall on his own merits.
That's the thing about the Lakers, right? That's a decision they have to make. But also,
it makes me mad.
I mean, he's been in your building. He's been at your practices. He has relationships
I've
with
been
these.
in the building and practice. That doesn't mean I get to go all the time.
I mean, so you're just going to throw. I mean, and here's the thing.
Yes, if he's not good enough, yes,
But
I'm going to throw him aside.
that was
Yes.
the LeBron
Yes.
tax. That was the
Yes.
LeBron tax. And that's the Lakers paying the LeBron tax. So maybe it's not going to help them for this version of the Lakers. But I do think it goes to what you were saying in the last segment.
You're
where
supposed to pay tax on something you actually get. I have a car, I pay tax. I eat food, I have tax. This is getting taxed for something you don't even get. LeBron's gone, dude.
But who's to say
Can
they
I
don't
tax
like
you right
where?
now for nothing?
I mean,
That's the LeBron tax. Here.
Did you
Here.
see the playoffs? I mean,
$50. You've been bill taxed $50.
It's different though,
My
because the
handwriting
Lakers have
sucks.
made so much money off Bronny. Bronny's already paid.
Oh, come on.
But he's already paid for his worth in jersey sales, in social media interest. I mean, it's a truth. This is a business, Bill. It's a business.
It's a basketball business.
The Bronny James business
You're
is a
gonna play
good business to be in.
Jersey. I don't even know if you're making it. They've sold
It's the truth.
They've
I mean,
sold $4 million in Bronny jerseys.
Absolutely.
I don't believe you.
Look at the reports.
What? You show me the reports.
They've made
I'm gonna look right now.
so much money
Why
off
can't
of
you just
Bronny
say
James.
Bronny's not good enough and it's not okay?
There's a difference between
D-Fish
saying
isn't listening.
There's a difference between saying Bronny
Maybe he is.
isn't good versus, hey, you still want to respect the players on your roster, and the fact that that was a previous contract that they're honoring, that they're just continuing forward with.
That's not
Also, too,
okay. I stand corrected. You're right. They made a
I bring my
lot
facts
of
to the
money.
fight.
Yeah, you do.
But I would say this. I mean, that's the
$50 million in Bronny jerseys?
dude. They made an absolute
That's
bag.
stupid. Well, shame on every one of you who bought one of those.
they made,
Shame on
the
you
Lakers
guys.
are laughing all the way to the bank with Bronny James, man. And here's the thing, too.
my God.
Has he improved as a player? Has he gotten better? Can he be a can he be a 14th or 15th
Can I go back
yes.
to you just saying, what are we going to do, throw them off the roster? Yeah, if they're not good enough. That's how sports work, as you know.
He's gotten better. I mean, the truth is that if Bronny James...
Santiago Espinal, just keep him. Just keep him. It's fine.
I mean, at that price...
If someone is... Okay. I don't need to do a Bronny thing today. I just found it so obnoxious. The news, I remember I saw it yesterday, and I'm like, because actually the way it works is they don't cut him, then it's automatically guaranteed. So it's sort of it's a guarantee by inaction in effect. And when I saw that it went through and that the deadline had come and when I thought LeBron better come back, or LeBron better not know. If LeBron in 8 days, I really thought about it, I'm going. But dude, he literally waited. Okay, is the ink dry? Did Bronny get the $2.3 million he doesn't need? Cool, deuces.
You just want to... Hey, send him off to foster care, right? Because his dad's gone? Is that what you want?
He won't go to foster care or sit in his gilded gold throne.
Jeez, man.
I mean,
You want to retire?
no. I mean, I think maybe the league would retire him. Here's actually what by the way, I went to the Combine. I covered Bronny when he was trying to get in the draft. I talked to all the scouts and GMs who looked at him. The reality on Bronny James, and this isn't a LeBron criticism, not a Bronny criticism, is that had he gone to college for 2 or 3 more years, had he allowed himself to be drafted where he should have been drafted 2 or 3 years from now when nobody would draft him for LeBron, had he actually allowed himself to develop in the G League if that's where he belonged or whatever, I think he could have had a very Gary Payton II career. I think there was an NBA player in there. But I think this is like...
So it's
Tom,
over? That makes... So he's still young. He's still developing.
It's not over, but I think he's greatly endangered his ability to succeed. And moments like... But my point isn't even Bronny. My point is I just find this so obnoxious by LeBron that it's another sort of red flag of why if I'm the Lakers, I'm glad that he's gone. You're so petty. You're so egotistical as it relates to your son. We already gave him a bunch of money and sold $50 million worth of jerseys, which I wouldn't have known if D-Mac hadn't brought it up because you're a fax machine. You're spitting facts that you can't allow Bronny to stand on his own for 24 hours where the Lakers... Maybe the Lakers would have picked up it's only another 3 million. But LeBron didn't let the Lakers decide with all the information when he knew he was leaving. He knew what he was doing. It's manipulation for no reason on a sum of money that's probably insignificant to everybody involved. It's LeBron control freakism that bothers me.
But to me, I mean, I think that how do we know that in the last 48 hours, the last week, the last month, that LeBron James didn't want to find things in a way where they could work out with the Lakers, right? I think that the Lakers are saving face on this too. I think this is a situation where the Lakers want LeBron gone as much as LeBron wanted to leave the Lakers. I think this is one of those divorces where there's not even these
You saw the divorce. You knew it was a divorce yesterday.
Exactly.
I'll cite you to you.
And I said that because I felt like the Lakers understand what's at stake right now with Luka Doncic.
This isn't train wreck, okay? LeBron didn't wake up at 9 in the morning, go get coffee with Bill Reiter and go, I'll take the eggs, the orange juice, and I guess I won't be a Laker. He knew this was coming.
So you think that he holds off just to get his son $2 million?
$1 million%.
You really truly believe that?
Don't you?
I don't.
What do you think happened?
I think that this was a part of the timing of it all, the timeline of it all, free agency today. I think that.
Shucks! I didn't realize Bronny's contract was guaranteed yesterday.
Look, both sides aren't even fighting over the house at this point, right? It's one of those relationships where you're not even arguing in court. You just sign the papers, you move on. Both knew the divorce was inevitable, and yes, this is a
Bronny's not a house. He's a broken tricycle that you can have.
He's gonna have to find a place to live now.
I have a new theory about you.
What's up?
I watch this.
Go for it.
So, I think that you intentionally push my buttons to get me to come after you to make me look like the bad guy. I think you know that there's no way that LeBron James had anything other than Bronny's contract in mind when he said, "I'll tell."
If he did, he's a great dad. If he did, he's a great dad, and I commend him for a great dad.
Why?
Because who cares?
So Bronny doesn't go hungry?
Yeah,
feed my kids.
So
LeBron's worth $1 billion.
Sure, but $1 billion can't buy you a spot on an NBA roster.
No,
you need to be under contract.
That's nepotism.
And you need to make sure
that's nepotism.
This whole town is built on nepotism, and not from our end, of course. We earned our way here. Wait, but here's the thing.
It is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I mean,
there's no one here self-made.
Nepotism.
Who's Leo's dad?
Nepotism will get you somewhere.
Who's Kawhi's dad?
For the most part, it won't keep you there, right? And still,
It'll
it's going
keep you
to
there
be
LeBron.
Bronny's a 21-year-old tweener picked in the second round. Trust me, I'm all for going at LeBron James for a lot of different reasons.
No, you're not.
I've trashed him this whole show, essentially.
You've given him nothing but a great big hug.
I've trashed him his entire show. I said this is the greatest day in Los Angeles Lakers history since we got LeBron, since we got Luka.
Are you wearing a Bronny jersey under your golf shirt?
No, because they're all sold out.
It's fair. You got me there.
No, because the Lakers have made so much money. Because when they were being a poverty franchise a couple years ago, before the Walter takeover, they were trying to cash checks, and Bronny James was a good part of that. And look, here's the thing: you would do all of this over again if you're the Lakers. You truly would. You would draft Bronny. You would do these things.
Here's my point, and I'm sorry that I digress this to a Bronny argument. I don't care about. I'm rooting for Bronny. I hope Bronny works. My point is, and there's someone on here who said, Pasilla 13, all the LeBron hate has nothing to do with his basketball performance. You people are weird as hell. Can't tell if that's in the chat on YouTube at the Fan LA or directing at me. But if it's directing at me, I will say this. I don't hate LeBron. But he does do things that are baffling. That Russell Westbrook goes, I don't want to be here. That former GMs have told me, oh my God, I roll. I cannot tell you how many former teammates and GMs I have talked to and assistant GMs who will tell me how they like LeBron, but they can't stand working with him. LeBron James is your buddy who you love, but you realize you can't travel with or be roommates with. That's LeBron. And my point on the Bronny thing is just, it's another example of his control freak nature and the red flags that I think are part of the reason the Lakers positioned themselves so LeBron would say goodbye. That's all I'm saying.
And here's the thing. How many years after getting Luka did they have to live through the LeBron James saga, right? Just a year where they had to injure Luka, and a year before that they didn't have a center. So the truth is they didn't have to suffer through the LeBron James experience in the twilight of his career.
Right, I'm just saying this is why they wanted him gone. This is another small example. We don't get to see a lot of the things with LeBron that tally up for people to get tired of him. This is one of the few little pieces that are of the iceberg that are sticking above water. That's all. I just think it's an insight into how LeBron operates that just turns off so many people around him. We're going to keep the conversation going. Your phone calls, 855-97 LA fan. Here's a question. Do we think Luka Doncic wanted LeBron James gone as much as many of you? We will get into that next on D-Mac and Reiter. Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222. Some news that will hit throughout the show. I just told this to Doug. He already knew, but Shohei Ohtani, Doug winked at me in a not nice way. Shohei Ohtani is going to have his start pushed back to Friday. We'll hit that in about an hour. And Walker Kessler is in town in L.A. TMZ got him, I think, at LAX, right? We'll play that in about 10 minutes for you. But maybe Walker Kessler is a Laker. Here's the thing, though. Is Walker Kessler good enough for that money? Is Austin Reeves good enough for that money? There's a world. Maybe in an hour we'll construct the right roster. There's a world where LeBron leaves and Luka's stuck with two bad contracts and Kessler and Austin Reeves, and it all goes to bleep in a handbasket.
So that's the thing. I mean, you still have to be aggressive. If you have to attach those picks, then you do it. But
I want Jaylen Duren, dude.
Duren, I really like the idea of Duren, too. You know why? Because, Bill, I hear all these people talking about, well, Duren was bad in the playoffs. You know what I say to that? Walker Kessler has never played in the playoffs, right?
Damn.
I mean, what's worse, someone that's never played in the playoffs or someone that has struggled when they're young in the playoffs? I think that Luka Doncic could turn Jaylen Duren into an all-star level center. But can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Oh, no. You got to look in your eye. You got to look in your eye.
Can I ask you a question? I feel like
yes, of course you can.
Today is a great day. I think it's a great day for LA. It's exciting news.
Yes. Big
There's
news.
an emotional reaction.
Okay.
LeBron James will not be a Laker.
Where are you going with this, dude?
And I think you have an opportunity to no longer just live a lie. Okay? And look, you are very truthful. You spit facts. You keep it 100.
Lie detector test me. Where we going?
But I think today
you're my
is
best
the
friend.
day that Bill Reiter finally comes clean. You always say this every time you say the nastiest thing, the jab towards
I know where
LeBron.
you're going.
It's always prefaced with, I don't hate LeBron James, but I'm going to say something really mean about him, or I'm going to assassinate his character, or talk about why he's a bad person and controls organizations
Like I
and
said,
does all this stuff.
Like I said, Mookie Betts should
Right?
retire.
Admit today, you don't like LeBron. I won't make you say you hate LeBron, but let's not act like you like LeBron. Let's be honest about this once and for all, Bill.
Let me explain something about me.
Okay.
I have a journalist background. I'm accustomed to people that I cover and like not liking me. Bill Clinton used to get mad at me. All kinds of people. Tom Brokaw once yelled at me in a limo. It was very embarrassing. I forgot he worked in Sioux City. My job isn't to ingratiate myself to LeBron James. My job isn't, although it used to be, my job isn't to ingratiate myself to Lakers fans or Cavs fans or Heat fans. My job is to get information as best I can and tell the truth about that information. I can remember when I was in Miami once. It's one of the only times I've ever been recognized. I went to to rent a car rental place because my wife and kids were coming to town. I was getting another car. And the guy looked at my thing and goes, "Are you the Bill Reiter from FoxSports.com?" That's where I worked at the time. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "F you." And he gave me my keys because I was so hard on LeBron. I don't dislike LeBron. But LeBron often does things that are hard to like. He is nuanced. He can be frustrating. He gets his kid money through nepotism he shouldn't get. He alienates the Russell Westbrooks in the world. He calls he says that Brian Winters just pretending he's his best friend when Brian's never said that. He lies about his accomplishments and where he was during certain things. He throws people under the bus. He gets guys traded. And I will say that that's the thing that he does. And then he and all the LeBron sycophants get angry. I don't hate him.
So you're telling me that
I kind of actually, honestly,
what you have not included
here's
some of your personal interactions. There's been some good ones, mostly good ones, right?
He's never been bad to me he's been mad at me face to face. Like all of his sort of like really angry things are.
What does it feel like for LeBron to be mad at you?
I mean,
is it intimidating?
When he tweeted a year ago, here's the thing. I normally don't care and I kind of enjoy it. I kind of enjoy the interaction. And I've already sort of explained this at length, look, I'm not trying to push people to my Substack, but I have an explanation on Substack I should put out what happened. CBS Sports, my former employer, did me dirty, and a year ago misquoted me in a tweet of something I said, and LeBron went nutso on it. That felt terrible, because LeBron calling me a clown liar, he was in fact, I didn't say the thing that I was quoted as saying, and he's not going to get in the weeds. So that didn't feel great. That aside, no, man, like, that's part of the job, you know? I've had Bill Clinton be mad at me when he was president. I don't really care if a basketball player's mad at me.
Yeah, I do think that...
I had you be mad at me.
Yeah,
That's the hardest thing I've ever gone through.
I'm never mad at you, never will.
That was an emotional...
For sure.
I'm still healing.
Okay, well,
2 hours ago.
I still think. Look, I mean, obviously, look, I
Forgive
have
me.
I've had interactions with players where it hasn't always been positive. I will say, you do, if you're professional like you are, you can maintain that professionalism.
LeBron's never been unprofessional. Chris Paul has screamed at me and been swearing and tried to intimidate me and humiliate me in front of 20 people. That wasn't pleasant. But I was very professional and calm. Blake Griffin once acted like a petulant child. That wasn't fun. LeBron's interactions have been terse. He's really, I find him to be very formidable, but they were always professional. And so I didn't, honestly, the interactions involving LeBron that have been the worst have been the LeBron's people. I'm not talking to LeBron that often. I was talking to the people around him. I've always found LeBron. I think one of the reasons I like LeBron, I don't think there's anyone I've ever criticized. Here's why I say I like LeBron. There's no one I've ever criticized as much as LeBron James, other than Carmelo Anthony, who is as professional face-to-face. I think he's a good dad, and I know that's not my job to cover that, but I sort of respect that as a dad. And I've always respected the fact that he never left a place until his contract was up, and he always showed up and faced the media, even if it was full of it. A lot of guys hide. Maybe I should say that I respect LeBron. I don't know if I like him. I mean, I don't dislike him, but I respect him, and that's a form of, I think, affection.
I think it's fair. I think that, look, the only thing you can guarantee in this is that you're going to not be completely biased one way or the other when bringing up a certain player. I think that fans, journalists, everyone is going to be emotionally responsive to LeBron James because of how polarizing of a player he is. But, yeah, I see the look in your eyes.
Do you still like me? Because you're mad at me before the show.
I've never mad at you.
You're a little mad.
I've never mad.
You're mad. I was going to hug you. I felt bad. What do you get your best friend? You get him chocolates? You get him a Dodgers
You guys
cap?
know me.
Do I give him a Fan LA hoodie? A high five?
Definitely not.
Do I get him a Woody from Toy Story figurine? I don't know.
That would fix everything.
That would have done it?
Yeah. I've never had you talking
Goes
about.
to Amazon. Ferris in Pasadena, I apologize. We are going to get to that phone call. Please stick with us. And to everybody else on the line or wants to get on the line at 855-97-LA-FAN, give us a call. We're talking LeBron, 855-97-LA-FAN. Or you can go over to the chat at the Fan LA, at the Fan LA. We're going to take your phone calls, and then we're going to get into this LeBron story through the voices of the people making the news, including Rich Paul. He has some words to say, and you can hear those. You don't want to miss it. Next on DMAC and Reiter.
They have the sources.
Hey, you have a big...
Welcome back into the show. I'm Bill Reiter, and Doug McKain said, if you're watching the chat, he said, if LeBron's not here, I'm gone. What'd you say?
Let's go.
Where were you? I missed you. I was sad.
Let's go.
You weren't here.
LeBron's got me hungry.
Never felt so alone in my life.
Starving.
I will not speak on this microphone until Doug is here.
We back.
D-Mac and Reiter presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident injury, text injury help to 40222, or you can visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Was that you moving? Because you move like a gazelle. You move fast.
Yeah, I was going through there pretty fast.
You know what's an incredibly underrated superhero? The Flash.
Flash is pretty underrated.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Wait,
Nice.
super fast?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. You cracked the code on that for me.
Lightning speed.
Ferris in Pasadena, my apologies for making you wait. Thank you for calling into 855-97 LA Fan. We are very appreciative that you're listening to the show. You are on D-Mac and Reiter.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's going on, man?
What I think about LeBron is he could be a good team. He could be good to a contender if he uses his mid-level exception, but he's in nowhere where he could lead a team. Right now, it's just time for him to ring chase, maybe get with a contender that is willing to go over the second apron. But I think, honestly, right now, he's not what he used to be. I would say he's a good third or fourth option for a contending team. A lot of people are saying either the Spurs or the Warriors. And also Cleveland, but I don't believe, especially with Harden on that team, that he can really make it over the hump in Cleveland.
Dude, love that call and appreciate that. We're going to hit this later in the show, but D-Mac, I was thinking about the Josh Hart comment. Did you see this after the Knicks won the whole thing where Josh Hart said, if I'm the best player, the second best player on your team, you're not winning a championship. If I'm the third best player, we got something. I think LeBron James, if he were the third best player on a championship level team, he would be the third best player on any championship team in the NBA. Because Austin Reeves isn't good enough to be the 2 yet, right? It's like Austin Reeves has to be a 3. If LeBron's the number 3, if he goes to the Spurs and De'Aaron Fox remembers how to play basketball.
If LeBron's the third option, look, I mean, you definitely can make the case that he's one of, not the best third options in basketball, but still, I mean, 26-7. Is he going to have defensive effort on every play? Can you guarantee that this season? Because here's the thing.
Well,
there's going to become a time when he's going to fall off athletically. The injuries could pile up. He's going to be 42 years old.
You got a Tim Duncan, and we talked about this yesterday. It's Tim Duncan in Duncan's last year, right? He's playing 26 minutes a game. He only played, 60 games last year, I think. He's playing 55 games. He's playing 30 minutes a game. And he's saving himself for the big battle. Just like Woody in Toy Story. I haven't seen Toy Story 5. I don't even know if that works.
Yeah, look, I mean, I still believe that even LeBron, the right situation, could be a better second option than most teams have. Let's just be honest. I think if LeBron was committed to regular season stats and getting playing time that would allow him to accumulate numbers, there's a world where he could put together an all-NBA season still, but it kind of makes you wonder at what cost, right? You have to be ready to win a championship next season because it's not a 2-year play. I don't think it's a 3-year play. You have to win next season if you're going to have LeBron have a prominent role on your team.
I think Ferris is spot on. LeBron as a third option, I think, works really well. Let's take another call here on D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA sports, and we want your voice to be part of the show. 855-97 LA Fan is the phone number. 855-97 LA Fan. Angie in Santa Clarita, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. You're on D-Mac and Reiter.
Hi, thank you for having me. I wanted to address that caller that mentioned LA never embraced LeBron and the comparison that LA made with Kobe, I mean. Well, I'm born and raised in LA. I grew up during the Showtime era with Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, James Worthy, all of those guys. Then we had the reign of Kobe and Shaq. But when we got LeBron, we didn't see that heart of a champion like we did with Kobe. You never had to question Kobe's will to win or Kobe's will to play in all games. You never had to question whether or not he was practicing or his work ethic. But with LeBron, he was so inconsistent that we just couldn't embrace him like we did with Kobe. We knew that Kobe always had that will. He always showed up to play, but we didn't see that with LeBron. So to that caller that feels like we were hating on LeBron and we didn't truly embrace him, he didn't give us the opportunity to embrace him like we did Kobe because we never saw that heart of a champion, just like his partner in crime, AD. I was glad when he left, too, because he was just too inconsistent, and he just didn't have that. It was something in Kobe, just like with Michael Jordan. You knew they always came to win, whether they won or not. That's my take.
Angie, ma'am, that is a great call in Santa Clarita. Thank you for the perspective. She made me think of something. That's a great call. LeBron wants to be courted, right? We've discussed this. He likes to sort of feel like he's really important. But L.A. expects to be courted. This is a city where you got to come in and you got to earn the love, adulation, respect. I wonder if maybe that's some of the disconnect. Because LeBron never, as Angie pointed out, never put in the work to win over L.A. the way Kobe did, almost as if LeBron expected to be loved because he was LeBron.
So that's the thing. I think it goes back to, with LeBron, he made just one NBA Finals appearance, right? When Kobe had his run, even after Shaq, you lost to the Celtics that one time. Even the way that his playoff career started with the Lakers back in the 90s, where he airballed the free throws against the Utah Jazz. The failure that we saw in Kobe, I think ultimately made fans want to embrace him more, and that led to champions down the line. We really never saw LeBron fail again and again in these dramatic moments. It was, hey, you went to the finals once, you won in the bubble, and we really see it. I think that is the thing. LeBron's time with the Lakers is lacking moments.
See, I might flip. That's really interesting. I might flip that a little and say Kobe's failure in the free throws in particular made him impassioned to prove to LA he deserved them, and LeBron maybe not having those moments, I think never put in the hustle and the effort. Here's another thing I wasn't going to raise. I told you in the break, but I'm going to because Angie made me think of it. Do you think it's possible to a degree LeBron came to L.A. and kind of retired in place? Some people come to L.A. and they hustle. Maybe that's unfair. Some people come to L.A. and they chill. I mean, I know plenty of trust fund guys who come to L.A. and they're just like, I'm done. I made my money or I inherited my money. And there's a hustler sensibility to L.A., but there's also just a trust fund sensibility. And LeBron it's not a trust fund. He earned his money. Credit to LeBron James. But I wonder if maybe he just came to L.A. and got a little soft. A little.
I think that there was a combination of where LeBron was at in his career, right? Remember LeBron, first couple of years, he had the groin injury, right? And he started to lose some athleticism. He lose some of that defensive effort. So I think that, like I always say, if LeBron was here throughout the peak of his powers, the relationship with the city and LeBron James would have been 100% different, because I think LeBron would have been a little more desperate to win more NBA championships. He gets one, but that's the minimum, man. And LeBron did the minimum as a Laker when it comes to championships. I just want to point that out right there. For everyone out there who's saying that I should kiss the ring, everyone that I should give LeBron James his flowers, the truth is, the standard in Los Angeles is Kobe, it's Shaq, it's Magic, it's Kareem, it's Jerry, it's Will, it's all these greats. And yes, it's about winning multiple championships. So the truth is he did the minimum when it comes to winning championships. I think a lot of fans around this city, they say to themselves, wait a second, did he really go and try to put himself out there. We did every single thing he could every single night to win multiple championships. And I think that, to your point, I don't want to throw the soft label on LeBron James. I don't think that's the case, but I do think he probably was a little more comfortable.
A little more chill.
A little more comfortable in LA than he was in Miami when he was like, oh, I got to win those first couple titles. Or when I go back to Cleveland, I got to go back and win one for the land. When he said, Cleveland, this is for you.
The angst that he felt in Miami, I was there covering that team. That is real. That there was a hunger and a passion. Soft is the wrong word. Comfortable. Is that the word? That's a great word.
Got a little comfortable, raising the family, becoming a billionaire.
What's the old thing? It's hard to get up in the morning and run 8 miles when you're sleeping on silk sheets. I butchered that, but that's the general meaning is the same. He's been on silk sheets for a while now.
He has, and he's been living in mansions for a while now too.
He also thought he was the best player on the face of the planet from the moment he got to L.A., which he may be and he may not be, but the passion to kind of pass Jordan might have gone away a little bit. But once he got that fourth, 855-97 LA fan, if you want to give us a call. Walker Kessler is a restricted free agent in Utah. He is a big man, which LA needs. There are questions about whether or not the Jazz want to pay him the kind of money that he wants. And it turns out, lo and behold, he's at LAX, or was earlier today. I don't. How does TMZ know? Somebody in his entourage is making money, being like, he's going to land at this Terminal 4, American Airlines. TMZ got Walker Kessler saying, in effect, yeah, man, I'm chilling here in LA right now.
What's up, man? Welcome to LA.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey, you have a big meeting today. Good luck.
I appreciate it, man.
How's the whole process feeling?
That's good, man. Feel good about it.
You hear LeBron, big news like 15 minutes ago, LeBron says he's moving on.
I did see that. Yeah.
Is that like, were you hoping to play with him?
I mean, obviously, he's one of the greatest players of all time, so he would have been great to play with, but we just got to see what happens, man.
Luka and Austin ain't bad, right?
Great players too, man. No question.
Any messages to LA fans?
I'm here, man.
I gotta tell you, I feel like I crushed the. Oh no, he's at Delta. He's in Delta. I think it's Terminal 2 or 3 at LAX. Felt good about my guess.
That was close.
LAX roulette.
LAX.
By the way, this is apropos nothing. I like LAX. Am I the only person? I love LAX.
I love airports. I love LAX.
Yeah.
Burbank. Some at airports.
Burbank's
people,
old school.
Yeah.
Where you have to get up on the
You got to
staircase.
go the staircase, the outdoor.
Is Burbank closer? If I'm right here and I have to take a flight as soon as the show ends to Vegas.
It's a good question. It's getting pretty close. At that point, I still think probably LAX at that point.
LAX still?
Yeah. LAX.
Because you live toward LAX.
True.
Why do you go to Burbank?
I mean, because it's a
little deal.
It's a chiller flight, depending on if you go to like Texas, Arizona, Tennessee.
Why are you throwing states?
It's a chiller flight to those places.
Louisiana. Looking at me hard. Crazy. Look, there's not much to read into this, but that Walker Kessler is having a meeting with the Lakers, it sounds like in person, is pretty exciting. Maybe it's not. If you want him. Do you want Walker Kessler to be a Laker? It's going to cost $35 million, $40 million a year.
I feel like the Lakers absolutely have to sign either one, a Walker Kessler or Jaylen Duren. You build your rosters in the summer, especially when it comes to adding talent like that. And look, I think this is a great sign that the Lakers not only are meeting with someone, but they're meeting with them physically in person. And look, I saw people trying to downplay this, saying this means nothing, saying, oh, wow, player is physically at the place.
Who downplayed it?
The internets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like an NBA insider or something.
Well, people are saying, this is not a big deal. I think it's a big deal.
I'm with you.
I think it's a big deal just because now that the Lakers, especially today, where all the headlines are about LeBron James leaving and never coming back and them entering this new era, that they really have two options. And those options include either Kessler or Duren. And yes, you're going to have to overpay. Yes, you're going to have to get into the $30 million range. There were reports that Walker Kessler was not happy, was feeling disrespected about getting a $28 million offer from the Utah Jazz. So, yes, this does put the Lakers in a spot where you got to overpay. But guess what? You got to overpay to get something like that, to get a premier level center that fits well with Luka Doncic. Because if you don't, you're probably not even going to make the playoffs. You're probably going to get bounced in the first round at the very most if DeAndre Ayton is your center next year. That's not going to cut it.
I agree. I will just say Austin Reeves and Walker Kessler are both risks, and they can't both be problematic contracts or the Lakers are done.
I mean, that's the risk.
I'm just saying.
It's a major risk. It really is. But what's the other risk? What's the alternative? is that the Lakers are irrelevant. Luka wastes another year of his prime.
No. The risk is that the biggest risk, we'll take this phone call here in a second at 855-97 LA fans, so Chris, stick with us. The biggest risk, bar none, is that Reeves is a bust, that whoever they get at center, let's say it's Kessler, is a bust, and a year from now, the Lakers have won 44 games, they have an Albatross 2 around their necks, and Luka looks around and says, you know what? I don't want anything to do with this, and he forces his way out, and you're stuck with 2 bad contracts.
That's the worst case scenario. I agree.
It's the needle you have to thread. I'm with you. You can't do nothing.
My hope is that
do the right things.
I hope the Lakers offer the Jazz match, and then we go to Duren, the Lakers offer, and you get, I think, a better, higher upside center.
I think Duren's the first choice, but there was a report today out of Detroit that the Pistons will not facilitate a trade, and so it makes, in terms of him leaving, they'll have the right to match, and they won't sign and trade, which makes it a little trickier to get Duren. Maybe they wouldn't match. Chris in L.A., thank you for listening, sir. We appreciate you. You are on D-Mac and Reiter.
Hey, love listening to you guys.
Thank you.
You know, I want to say I think you hit the nail on the head. I think LeBron didn't realize that the city of L.A., with the past champions like Kobe and Magic and Worthy and everybody, we didn't need him. I think he thought we did and would appreciate him more, like he was in Cleveland and Miami. You know, it's kind of like being a cute woman and maybe thinking you're more cuter than the rest of the people around you think you are. So I think we just, we're used to championships. So he wasn't, as the previous woman caller said, he wasn't the same in our eyes because we're used to that. So I think he realized at some point, maybe they're not as welcoming to me because they're used to this, and that's not the case. So I hope he goes back to Cleveland, honestly, and does it with them and lives out, a great life after basketball. But I appreciate his help here, but I don't think it's the same as the previous great Lakers. And I don't know if he should get a statue. That's what they were talking about.
Chris killing it, dude. That's a great phone call. Can we get a cheers? Can we get a little cheers for Chris on the phone line? 855-97 LA fan.
That was a great call, man. Love the passion.
I like getting praised.
I love the enthusiasm. But I couldn't disagree more with that caller, though.
Come on.
I could not. Wait. Unless I misheard something. He said that the Lakers didn't need LeBron as much as LeBron needed the Lakers.
Yes.
That is an asinine statement.
It's not.
It absolutely is.
It's incorrect.
The Lakers had not made the playoffs for 5 years. Their record was 35-47 the year before LeBron showed up. LeBron
won one title in 8 years.
But still,
you think he's the only guy that would have come here?
They would have won no title in 8 years.
Oh, they would have just been like, we give up.
Where's the stars
if
coming
LeBron
from?
Hadn't come,
Are stars
like,
walking down the street just like you can just sign the Lakers?
I can't prove a negative, but I will say
Luka
this.
wouldn't be a Laker.
You haven't had. You ready?
Yeah.
You okay?
I can't believe that.
Which part?
I can't believe that anyone would make the case that the Lakers did not need LeBron James.
That's not what he's saying.
That's what he said.
No, he didn't.
He literally said that.
No, he literally said that LeBron needed the Lakers more than the Lakers need LeBron. They can both need each other.
And I disagree with that too, though.
Okay, but it's a different thing.
And I disagree with that too, though.
You're going to extremes again.
No, I'm not.
You were.
He literally said, correct me if I'm wrong, that
you're wrong.
That LeBron needed the Lakers more than the Lakers needed LeBron. This was a dumpster fire of an organization before LeBron showed up.
It is still a dumpster. This is the issue. It is still a dumpster fire of an organization. And time will tell whether or not LeBron James was the guy that got you a ring and it all works out, or whether LeBron, I just want you to listen instead of we argue.
I'm listening.
Okay. There's a possibility that LeBron was a Band-Aid that prevented the Lakers from modernizing their front office in an era where we transitioned to a CBA where being the Lakers is no longer enough to be successful. I am extraordinarily concerned for LA. I don't want to be too negative, but I am very worried that the old model, we're the Lakers and we'll figure it out, which has always worked, by the way. We'll try to get somebody, is no longer going to be successful because the way the CBA operates. And if the Lakers cannot properly stick the landing, thread the needle we just discussed in this free agency, there's a world where they have a lost decade, Doug. Because it is hard to get free agents now. Restricted free agents don't move. It's possible that LeBron actually, it's not his fault, but possibly prevented the Lakers from modernizing their front office. And by the time they figure that out under the Guggenheim group, it's too late. That's possible.
It's also possible that, okay, you mentioned that. So you say, let's unpack that one at a time. So you're saying that it's hard to get free agents. Absolutely. With the aprons, you have to be able to draft well. You got to make sure all your moves count. But what's the hardest free agent to get? The hardest free agent to get is the superstar. It's the top 3 to 5 player. The Lakers have that. And the Lakers currently aren't a dumpster fire of an organization.
I think that remains to be seen.
The Boston Celtics went decades where they didn't win anything. Okay? The Los Angeles Lakers are a franchise that finished 4th in the West last year. They're a franchise that has a superstar entering his absolute prime, another player in Austin Reeves that's emerging.
No one's saying that they're a dumpster fire, but they may not be good enough to win.
You said you think they might still be a dumpster fire.
Okay, I think their front office is a dumpster fire. I think they have Luka because Luka got traded here. I think they have LeBron because he chose to come here. An organization is not necessarily the front office. For example, the Bulls were not a dumpster fire under Michael Jordan. Jerry Krause ran a dumpster fire of a front office. The ability to have a bad front office and still win is going away. That's what the CBA has done. That is my point. I don't think the Lakers are a dumpster fire. I think their front office has been. And I think Rob Pelinka probably is. And I think Guggenheim, if it doesn't work, will get rid of him. I worry that they are missing the window where they can still maneuver.
Well, I mean, look, there's a lot of pressure on Rob Pelinka, but also you have new ownership that's going to use the next year, 2 years to truly evaluate what Rob Pelinka is. For as bad as Rob Pelinka has been, if he doesn't have that relationship with Nico Harrison, if Nico Harrison doesn't make a terrible move, Luka Doncic is not a Los Angeles Laker. Does he get credit for that? To what degree? That's something we can debate for years and years and years. But I still think that the cardinal sin, the ultimate bad move was LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, and LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. So I think when you look at this organization as a whole, though, I mean, where are these magical stars coming from where the Lakers, there's a world where the Lakers have not made an NBA Finals since Kobe. And LeBron James, because he wanted to be a Laker, because he wanted to come here, he rescued this franchise. He rescued this franchise. This ship was absolutely sinking, and we got a captain that patched it up and got it back out on the sea.
He got a title. That's great. That's amazing. Will that satisfy you for the next 15 years?
100% it won't, but it will definitely buy them some time.
I don't think it's ludicrous. Chris could be wrong. But I don't think Chris in LA is calling us ludicrous because I do think that there's a world where things go very badly going forward. And here's the crux of this. 855-97 LA fan. Luka Doncic didn't choose to be here. And this is actually credit to LeBron. Luka got sent here against his will and looked like he'd been kidnapped at his introductory press conference that I was at. He looked like that kid from the Mel Gibson Hostage movie. Remember that with Gary Sinise? That was a great movie.
Give me back my son!
That was a great... If they don't properly build a team around Luka will almost certainly want to not be here. And by the way, maybe they will. Maybe they'll make it successful. Then what?
All those things are
then
true.
Then you're rebuilding next year, and it better not be with Rob Pelinka. I'm just saying I don't think it's... I'm glad it's not LeBron's fault. But Jeannie Buss and her brother, and then Jeannie Buss and Magic Johnson, and then Magic quit with no notice, and someone's got to tell Jeannie, and then Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka have not run a modern, effective basketball ops department for a decade or more.
And it would have looked so much worse.
How do you know?
If LeBron James didn't exist, because without LeBron, you don't get Anthony Davis. Without Anthony Davis, you don't get Luka Doncic.
I mean,
LeBron James not only has saved the franchise,
I hope you're right.
He saved Jeannie Buss.
He didn't save Jeannie Buss. She sold the team.
No, he saved that entire Magic Johnson, Jeannie Buss, the Rambiz. It was the worst era of Laker basketball. It was the worst. They were the laughing stock of the NBA.
You have to be bad to become good. The Knicks were the laughing stock of the NBA. The Spurs were the laughing stock of the NBA. The Thunder have been the laughing stock of the NBA. The Warriors, before Steph, were the laughing stock of the NBA. Sometimes you have to go through some pain in order to be good. There's no guarantee that it's going to work out going forward. I hear you, but just the idea that LeBron was this... They got one ring in 8 years, and they haven't modernized their front office.
I said it was the minimum. I said it absolutely was. But this whole idea...
You want to give him a statue. You want
I do not. I will
10
retire
parades.
his jersey. I will. I absolutely will.
I wouldn't give him a statue. We've gone so late. Do you want a break? We have people calling in. Burst, give me the stink eye.
You driving, baby.
No, I'm not.
I'm a passenger.
You were mad 2 hours ago. You can do whatever you want. You can have my car. You know what? We'll be back. I just threw my keys. It's a Lexus. I just threw my keys. Oh, I don't have my car. Lori has it. I'm taking an Uber home because I'm drinking after the game. All right, here we go. Let's get into this. Would you give LeBron James a statue? Has he earned that? We'll get into that. And I'll try to get my car keys back next on T-Mac.
Why is it so warm?
you're watching on the stream, you know what's happening. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group, on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. There's a great moment. We're doing something new on the stream at the Fan LA, where you can, in the breaks, we just leave the cameras up, and you can kind of see us if we're there. Sometimes we go get food like we just did. But there's a great moment where you just started jumping up and down in frustration. You got some lip.
Woo! Spicy.
I don't think it's
because it was a spicy take.
I don't think it's that spicy, the food.
Yeah, it's not. Fight for my life over here. Who's got some milk?
Where's milk? It's a cow. 855-97.
It's calcium.
855-97 LA Fan. All right. Oh, the wheels are coming off. It's LeBron. It's LeBron is leaving day. By the way, basketball coverage on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi. One price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. And obviously today's basketball coverage is all about LeBron and his announcement that he is no longer going to continue his career with the Los Angeles Lakers. He will play somewhere else. We don't know where yet. If you're just joining us, you're right there. Dave McMenamin has reported that that LeBron James has instructed his agent Rich Paul to talk to everyone around the league who's interested in him playing for them, to come back with those options, and then LeBron will make a decision. So it's basically an open casting call is what LeBron is saying. If you are an NBA team and you're not, now think about this from one perspective. Hey, everybody who's not a Laker, make me a pitch. But he won't let the Lakers make him a pitch. And there's a report out that he's not going to make it about the money. He's going to make it about the basketball. I do think it's just sort of interesting in that context that the Lakers are the one team he won't talk to.
That's why I feel like this is coming from the Lakers. It's why I do feel like this is somewhat of an amicable divorce. But also, too, if that's truly the case, and LeBron James is going to take a significant pay cut. We'll see if he gets multiple years to try to get the money up. But if it turns out that LeBron is going to take a significant pay cut with another team, but wouldn't consider doing that with the Lakers on a roster that he has proof of concept. I know we talk about March and
15-2.
15-2.
9th in defensive rating, 6th in offensive rating.
It's the March we always go back to,
it's
right?
Real.
But there's proof of concept there. And the truth is wherever he goes, it's going to be an unknown. So to me, this feels like a slap in the face of the Lakers. It really does. I feel like this is LeBron James.
I agree.
Not respecting what the Lakers have done for him in a very petty move, saying, all right.
And yet you think he's an all-time Laker for his 8 years and his one title.
No, I think there's a lot of things in play here.
By the way, that March, that for LeBron, that was the March of Ides don't want to be here.
There you go. Nice.
Thank you. We have several. The food Burgess eating almost came up on the laughter. We have several phone calls at 855-97 LA Fan. We have a couple spots left, though, on the line. So if you want to call in and sort of get in the queue. Is that an English term? Queue.
Queue.
I didn't know what that meant when I studied abroad in London when I was a sophomore in college.
Oh, you did?
What's a queue?
Means line.
Yeah, I got there. 855-97 LA Fan. Thomas in LA, thank you for hanging out. You're back on D-Mac and Reiter.
Okay, this is the problem, and it's not personal. I really hope LeBron is listening. I've been in L.A. for 66 years. I watch sports. My sons watch sports. My biggest problem with LeBron is the chronic complaining. That irks me to the 10th degree, and I've said it over and over again. And it's all disease is contagious. Now, if Luka keeps doing that, he can take a hike too. Stop complaining. Play basketball. The refs are there for. I've heard that all the refs are just want to be on TV and all this. Well, the owners hire them. Whoever the NBA hires them. So that's my thing with LeBron. You miss a shot, somebody barely touch you with their finger, and you missed a shot, and you want the refs to bail you out. In football, they say don't let the refs win the game for you. And that's my biggest problem. And then when it goes to his son, Bronny, it's like I think that was selfish on LeBron's part. Your son is at USC, prestigious university, at least it used to be. Okay, and you want him to come play with you. He plays a half a semester at USC. He has a heart problem, and now he's a Laker. Come on, that's a joke.
Thomas, I could not agree. Sir, I could not agree more. That is such a great call. And thank you so much for the perspective. It's not a Bronny criticism, it's a LeBron criticism. Don't put your kid in that position. Anyway, I don't want to criticize. I'm not criticizing LeBron the dad, but as a here's my thing. LeBron loves his kid. I love my kids. You love your kid. But sometimes you can do the wrong thing out of love. And that's what he did. I think he damaged Bronny's future by forcing him onto a team. And I could not agree more with that gentleman. Do you want to criticize him too? I did feel a knee-jerk need to just defend the caller last segment.
Well, I mean...
Because you're like, it's a really good call. What was the gentleman's name? I don't remember. Was it Chris? I don't remember. It's really... Al, whatever. It's really good call, Chris. I'm Doug. They were an idiot!
I don't say that. I gave him a lot of credit for the call. I strongly disagreed with the idea that...
You said it was the most preposterous thing you'd ever heard.
I think it's up there. As far as the Lakers needed LeBron James to win a championship. They really did. I mean, the Lakers needed LeBron James. As far as the Bronny piece of this all, we still don't know. We still do not know. I still think that Bronny has gotten better, okay? Does he deserve the money that he got? No.
Bronny's
gotten better. Is there worse?
I've gotten better. I shouldn't be on an NBA roster.
I mean, look, so what? The alternative there is what? I mean, Rob Pelinka can't even draft first-round picks well. What makes you think he can draft a second-round pick well?
He can't draft first-round picks well.
And you did that to appease a superstar that you still, at that point in time, you wanted him to continue playing with your organization, with your team. And last time I checked, last year, LeBron James was still the very best player on a team that won a playoff.
You just said he wasn't very good anymore.
He's not, but I'm just saying.
LeBron.
But you have to look at where they were at the time when you drafted Bronny. So,
I can't believe you're defending the Bronny thing.
I mean, I just think that they...
Are you? I have a quick question.
I am I do. What's up?
Don't get mad.
Okay.
Because you're a media star. When we go out, people recognize your voice. That is real. My wife is very excited that I have this job. She tells anyone who will listen, and the response is, like D-Mac? Are you represented by Klutch Sports?
Absolutely not.
I'm just asking.
I am not a Klutch double agent. I think, look, I have different thoughts about a lot of these things, as you know. I just think that the Bronny piece to all of this is defensible from the Lakers standpoint. Oh, okay. It really is.
Can we go to Jimmy from Lakewood real quick?
I would love talking to Jimmy. What's up, Jimmy?
Jimmy in Lakewood, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining the conversation argument. You're on oh my God, you're on D-Mac and Reiter.
Oh, man, thanks for having me on, guys. All right, so LeBron James, give him credit where credit is due. He got a chip. You know, he brought attention back to L.A., but his phase is just about through, and now's the time to make the moves. You know, he's going to chase whatever he wants to chase because he's LeBron. He doesn't trust the process with GMs. He wants to be the GM, so let him be the GM somewhere else and, you know, make sure to get the worth of the Dodgers' wealth behind the Lakers now. Get it, you know, get somebody. Let Rob Pelinka do his job, or else his babysitters are going to take over.
Love the call, Jimmy. Jimmy from Lakewood. We are going to answer a question in just a moment. We're going to answer two. We're going to answer whether LeBron deserves a statue, and we're going to get into the dire and dour question of who was a better GM and is a better GM, LeBron or Pelinka? We'll find out next on D-Mac and Reiter. the show, D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group. On the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That is calldowntown.com. Bill Plaskey just dropped a column. I'm just going to read you the headline. LeBron James got out before Lakers could throw him out in the LA Times.
Hey, I love it.
I think that's probably about right.
That's definitely right. I think that's, like I said at the top of the show, it's like breaking up with someone after you see they've already packed your bags.
Who is a better general manager historically? Rob Pelinka or LeBron James?
It's a really good question.
And if you're going to give Pelinka credit for getting Luka, which he gets, do you give LeBron James credit for getting LeBron, the player? Does LeBron, the GM, get credit for LeBron, the player? Probably not.
I go LeBron James because LeBron James, he is the guy that was the core of the Heatles, right? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. I mean, without LeBron James, you don't assemble
the GM.
But I mean, don't you consider that him being the centerpiece of that?
I think he definitely.
LeBron's put together more championship rosters than Rob Pelinka has.
I would say that LeBron James got Anthony Davis and Pelinka Magic did not. It was Pelinka at that point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you got to give him credit for Anthony Davis.
Klutch.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would put LeBron is someone that he's going to find some way to surround himself with top players. And I don't care if I'm the GM of that team or if it's a broomstick that's a GM of that team. They're going to find a way to get LeBron James talent. I think you mentioned the word that you accused me of, the company accused me of getting paid for, Klutch. Okay?
Oh.
It's Klutch, okay?
I was just asking.
I'm not on the Klutch payroll. That's absurd.
I didn't know who repped you. That was
okay.
That was a little shot.
Mr. Wait.
Whoa,
Mr. CAA. This guy,
Not
Mr.
anymore.
Bill Reiter had a really fancy CAA water bottle.
I still have it.
It's a nice. That was a flex.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a flex?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, you get a free one from CAA. Well, meanwhile, I pay $75 at a Dodge game to get an Ohtani cup.
When they really
we are not the same.
When they really liked me, when we actually worked together, you know how much they like you based on what they send you for your birthday. Once I got a huge box with BR on it, and it was a bunch of wine glasses with my initials. But then a couple years later, I got a T-shirt or something. So I'm like, okay, I see which way this is going.
Wow.
See which way this is trending. So you're not just whoever. I'm not repped by CAA anymore, and you've never been repped by Klutch Sports.
No comment.
Okay.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
I told myself I woke up today and I thought I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna be nicer to. I'm gonna be nice to Doug. It's like covering LeBron.
No one wants that. The streets don't want that. The listeners don't want that.
Like LeBron, I like ish LeBron. I love you, but I want to be honest on both of you. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Fair enough.
I feel like maybe you've said a couple things that are mutually exclusive a little bit on LeBron. So I'm just going to ask you this: 8 years, 1 championship. You said that LeBron was basically the savior of the Lakers, that they had to have him, that he was a godsend, that he was a basketball manna from heaven. I'm being serious. Does he deserve, when he retires, a statue?
Nope. No statue for LeBron. Because
I almost think he should.
So if LeBron gets a statue with 1 championship, 0 MVPs,
but you said
1 final. I think there's a difference here between. Look, to me, getting your number retired by the Lakers is an honor. He gets 1.
I hate numbers. By the way, I hate numbers being retired. I think it's stupid.
You do?
Yeah, I really do.
I don't at all. I think it's something that's a massive honor that I think.
In 700 years, there will be no numbers left.
Well,
are we going to wear letters?
If you're the New York Yankees,
and
right?
now, letter B, playing for the Lakers.
There'll be numbers left.
It's a weird pet peeve of mine.
I mean, it's fine. I mean,
number
the Yankees.
328.
I'm pretty sure my number's retired for the Yankees, and yours is too, and Birch's too, and Sanders. They retire a lot of numbers. The Lakers, though, they only retire numbers of Hall of Famers, right?
What does Luke? All right, can I ask you? I'm really interested in this, and I'm sort of pleasantly surprised that you wouldn't give LeBron a statue. And I'm thinking about it. It's on the line for me. Let me ask you this way: what would Luka Doncic have to do as a Laker for you to go unequivocally, that's a statue Laker player? 2 rings?
1 ring, but an MVP.
Oh, really?
1 ring, but multiple first-team All-NBAs, where it's the peak of his powers, the best years of Luka Doncic have to be with the Lakers. And here's the thing, my thing
if
about
one ring's enough, LeBron should get one.
But the problem for me is, look, okay, I think that he is very close to getting his statue, and if you want to give him a statue and have it be designed by the same people that did Dwayne Wade's or Cristiano Ronaldo's, and have LeBron crying and complaining in his statue, if you want that to be the case.
Don't try to be hard now. Don't try to be anti-LeBron guy. You went hard on.
But no, there's a big difference because I am someone who's about Lakers lore, who's about Lakers history, who's loved this franchise my entire existence. Wilt Chamberlain
has to do with does she have a statue?
Because I think that people ignore the Lakers lore and the history of this franchise. I think that Wilt Chamberlain has a championship. Does he have a statue? No. James Worthy has had multiple championships and a Finals MVP. Does he have a?
I don't. He's not. I mean, by the way, it took Kareem forever to.
It took Kareem a while to get a statue. I think that because of how this ended, and because I think that LeBron is close to doing something that I think absolutely is a slap in the face to the Los Angeles Lakers, and that is he's going to take less to join another team. When the Lakers have approached him about taking less for multiple years. And yes, you can say that less was supposed to turn to Klay Thompson or DeMar DeRozan or a player that Rob Pelinka wasn't able to get. The bottom line is LeBron James not only didn't take less, we did draft his son in Bronny James. You did allow him to have a lot of power in this organization. So for me, one championship is the minimum as a superstar, and also it's the way that it ended. If LeBron, let me just
everything you've said is spot on.
Let me throw one more thing though.
One ring's not enough for Luka.
Okay, but let me, and I agree with you on that one to a degree, depending on how things shake out. But I also think that one ring could be enough for Luka. But the thing I want to say about LeBron James though is had he taken a little less, done the Tom Brady, maybe the Shohei Ohtani thing, where you make it clear from a perception standpoint that I'm taking less money because I want to increase my odds of winning a championship. And if LeBron had retired here, I say you could have given him a statue.
Oh, I love that.
The fact that he leaves the way that he is, the fact that he's about to take less money, you lose your statue privileges. Enjoy your number 23 retirement number, but that's all I'm giving you.
That's a hell of a take.
Luka's going to retire here, hopefully.
Completely agree with what you just said.
Do you feel like you should get a statue?
No, I wasn't sure. I was on the fence. You're absolutely right.
I hope he gets booed. I hope when LeBron comes back to LA, I hope it is a roaring Vince Carter level of booze.
If he plays for the Warriors or the Spurs, he will get booed.
And he should. He deserves it. He really truly does, because last time I checked, this team is still a team that has a roster that could have competed with LeBron James taking a discount. He didn't want to be a part of that. He didn't feel like he was getting the love that I think he deserved. I think that this is multiple hammers where Jeannie Buss saying that LeBron James said that he was kind of ungrateful and not giving the full extension. They released those statements last year, and then trading for Luka, giving Austin Reeves the deal. There's all these signs where the writing was on the wall, but LeBron, I do think, needs to deal with the consequences of not doing what I think would have ultimately cemented himself in Laker history.
Is done.
Yeah.
He's not a Laker.
He's not.
I also think it's interesting that Luka, this is not speculation. This is based on reporting over the years. People don't like playing with LeBron the person. Even if they like LeBron the person, they like playing with LeBron the player. People like LeBron on the floor. They don't necessarily like him in the locker room. This gets me in a lot of trouble when I say this stuff because I get aggregated and, whatever. You're a clown, all that stuff. But I think that it's fair to extrapolate based on what we know about LeBron being off-putting to people, that probably that also applied to Luka Doncic, but now Luka has the power. Luka is the first player in LeBron's life who had more power in an organization, in a locker room with a team that LeBron played for than LeBron had. And my guess is, because people don't change their habits. Dr. Laura, remember her? People don't change. My guess is, however LeBron acted his whole career, and I think it's probably nuanced. It's not he's the worst or he's the best. I think LeBron acted that way with Luka Doncic, and Luka got tired of him the way that Westbrook did. Westbrook had to leave. Luka got to make sure LeBron left. I think probably that's what will come out in the reporting over the next few years. LeBron alienated Luka because he didn't understand how to manage up because he's never had to in his entire life.
I think so too, and I think too a little bit I still think that there was some Luka nudging of LeBron out. I think behind closed doors. I know that's what you're saying, and I think that's that's definitely, I think, what we'll learn in years from now. I really do.
All right. It's D-Mac and Reiter. The new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Hopefully you're just finding us. We're on the FM dial. We're the only sports talk radio station on the FM in Southern California. We're so appreciative that you're listening. If you want to call us, 855-97-LA-FAN. LeBron is gone. What should this Lakers team look like? What should they do now post-LeBron? D-Mac and I will build out the roster next on D-Mac and Reiter. Welcome back into the show, D-Mac and Reiter. Thank you for chilling with us. We appreciate you. Show is presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury? Text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222. You can also visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. And let me also just say thank you to Savvy Sammy for crushing it on the social medias. Thank you to Ryan Bershinger, the executive producer, for crushing it behind the glass. And look at that. I love the 4-box. If you're watching on the stream at the Fan LA, you can see everybody. And thank you to D-Mac for putting up with me. My man. It's a cow house.
Got
nothing.
A cow house
tonight. What? Was that better?
Tonight. You're crazy, dude.
You're crazy. Well, I am crazy. I have a question.
Your boy Mbappe, feels like...
come on, 2 goals?
Yeah, 2 goals. It's a good day for LeBron's story to dominate because you don't got to talk about the other athletes that you might strongly dislike.
I don't dislike LeBron James. Stop lying to
Mbappe,
people.
you do. Mbappe.
I hate Mbappe when he's not on the national team. I'm having a weird World Cup experience. It's an out-of-body experience. I'm starting to like Vinny and like Mbappe with their national teams, but I loathe them with a burning passion that cannot be doused when they play for their club teams.
That's fair. There's something to that, too. I mean, Mbappe just absolutely going insane. World Cup Mbappe is
France won with
something
else. Score?
I do not know.
Okay. We've got the information. I thought you were on it.
I just know he scored 2. I just know he scored 2 goals.
He scored 2 goals.
Okay, let's see. You want to know? Okay.
3-0.
It was 3-0. 3-0 if you are nasty.
All right. I have a question for you.
Let's do it.
Well, it's really for everyone out there. Want to be in the building when LA decides it's champion? 310 Originals and 97.1 The Fan is giving you tickets to the City Championship Celebrity Challenge, Deshaun Jackson versus Keyshawn Nixon, July 11th in Harbor City. Paul Pierce, YG, Matt Barnes, Jordan Love, and more with Marathon Burger. $40 gets you in or listen to win. This is LA's game, and this is actually the moment to listen to win because we're giving away tickets right now. Caller number, what do I do? What are you feeling?
5.
Caller
2-6 for LeBron. One of his 50 numbers you have the Lakers.
So not 5.
2-6.
Caller numero 6.
You hate that number too, right?
No, I like number 6.
Just not when they're...
I don't want 3. Lori just sent me a photo of that number on a license plate.
Okay.
But thanks for bringing it up. Caller number 6 right now gets 2 tickets to the City Championship Celebrity Challenge. The phone number is 855-97-LA-FAN. What is wrong with you, dude? 855-97-LA-FAN. Okay. You made the point earlier in the show as we talk about, and Bursch will be the one sort of screening those calls. So, again, caller number 6, 855-97-LA-FAN. You made the point earlier in the show that the Lakers have to go for a Kessler or a Jaylen Duren. They have to make some moves. I would pick up the phone and I would call Joe Dumars. I like Joe, but because Joe's like the kid you traded baseball cards with where you just make sure his parents aren't around. When you, I mean, Herb Jones is someone that I'd be sort of interested in. You're right. You have to take the risk on Walker Kessler. You have to take the risk on Austin Reeves, which you've already done. You paid him the money, all the money. And this, I guess, maybe is where we sort of meet in the middle, where I said, I'm worried that the Lakers thing can go sideways. I don't think they're well run. I don't trust the front office because they have navigated themselves into this do or die moment. You have to go for it and put your money in the middle of the table, your chips in the middle of the table, and you better hope it works. Knowing that, agreeing with you on that, what is the right move for the Lakers? What do you do here?
You got to start with adding an impact big. And this whole idea of them adding A-list center, I don't think that's realistic, obviously, right? I consider an A-list center one of those top-tier, all-NBA level guys. But I do think from a potential standpoint, I like your initial idea. Can you get Jaylen Duren in a Lakers uniform? We mentioned it early on in the show. You haven't had a restricted free agent change teams since 2020 with Bogdan Bogdanovic, right? It's been a long time. It's something that rarely does happen, but this is where the Lakers can flex that cap space that they're going to have, right? You're going to have around $52 million. You've got those 2 first-round picks you can attach.
And you do have all the money, don't you? Because LeBron's gone.
You got the money.
That's
you
real.
got the money.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. yes, you are going to be losing one asset, but I think two, if you were to ask Luka Doncic, what would you rather have? That's it, right? You need a rim running, rim protecting, impact big man. And DeAndre Ayton ain't doing that. And either is Jackson Hayes. So that, to me, is the number one priority. And we saw Walker Kessler, who's walking around L.A., going to have that meeting with the Lakers. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if the Jazz intend to match that. But, hey, Jaylen Duren is no joke, man. I mean, all-star, all-NBA third team this season. Cody Kessler has been one of the very best rim protectors in the NBA since 2022. The Lakers have shown interest in him in the past. So I think that those are the archetypes right there. Those are the kind of big men that Luka Doncic needs. He needs to play alongside, shot blocking, high motor. I love the idea. If you could tell me, what Laker fan wouldn't be doing cartwheels in front of Crypto.com Arena if they would told you a couple months ago you get one of those two instead of LeBron James? I would definitely do that.
Here's the dilemma. I totally agree with you. D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Here's the dilemma that the Lakers face. Let's say that you offer Walker Kessler all the money, who's in LA, and we played him, talking to TMZ earlier, and it doesn't work out because the Utah Jazz do exactly what the Lakers did when the Pistons were thinking about wooing Austin Reeves, and they just give him all the cash because he's a restricted free agent, right? And let's say that you go for Jaylen Duren as another option, and you offer him all the money, and the Pistons match. Because in both cases, restricted free agent, meaning with Kessler and Duren, if the Lakers make an offer, their respective teams, the Jazz and the Pistons respectively, can match. What if both those guys get taken off the board? Porzingis is now a Warrior. I mean, are you going? Jonathan Kuminga got cut. I mean, not cut, but he's not.
Could you try to make a play on Miles Turner? If it happens, you're
screwed.
Maybe
Miles Turner.
If it happens, this is
but Miles
why
Turner's not very good anymore.
Exactly. I mean, at that point, you're just taking it's trash versus garbage. At some point, you get deep into it, right? I mean, I'm not saying
is that an expression, or did you make that up?
Just thought of it right now. In this
you
moment,
did not.
Yeah. I mean, it's the difference.
It's trash versus garbage.
I mean, look, think about it. I mean, it also too. Think about this, Bill. If you're the Lakers, this goes back to not prioritizing the bigs at the trade deadline, last offseason. There are so many instances where the Lakers have had chances to upgrade their roster, and they have not done it.
You did make that up. I AI'd it. That's really good.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, I feel
because
I mean, at that point, you've been in the inner circle of this stuff. You've talked to GMs, right? Can you imagine the conversation between Luka Doncic and Rob Pelinka and the powers that be if they don't execute any of that this offseason?
Here's something else that I think is worth noting that I hope I don't get aggregated on. I hope someone else has put this out there.
Aggregate, please.
Do not aggregate me. Perception is not always reality, right? A bunch of people could see Doug McKain and think, man, that guy is, whatever. Doesn't have hair, but he's got great head of hair. That's a throwback to crosstalk. I'm sorry. That's a throwback to crosstalk. That was
classic callback.
It came up for 4 days in a row. I couldn't think of anything. All right, I was going to say it. Most GMs I talk to have zero respect for Rob Pelinka, the GM. Most GMs I talk to don't really like Rob Pelinka. Most GMs that I've spoken to over the course of having done that job for a very long time before this job think he's full of crap. And I think it actually may be harder for Pelinka to navigate. Why did Nico trust Pelinka? Because Nico came from Nike and Pelinka came from the world of being an agent. They basically came from the same ecosystem. Whereas most GMs, not all, most GMs kind of come up on basketball ops sides. Now, Bob Myers was an agent who made the transition. My point is this. The reason that Woj became so big, the reason that Shams is so powerful, is because all of these GMs need information. Information is power. And many of the GMs who come from the same sort of cycles, know each other, have cliques. And those cliques also exchange information. As I understand it, Rob Pelinka is often in the dark because he's not close to any of these GMs. He's not in any of these cliques. The one clique that he was in was with the Nike guy who gave him basically Luka Doncic for, Anthony Humpty Dumpty Davis, and that guy lost his job. I worry that Rob Pelinka isn't able to properly assess the likelihood of a Jaylen Duren match or a Walker Kessler match because he doesn't have the proper relationships in the NBA to really know how much of a chance the Lakers actually have to get either guy if they overspend. And therefore, he's playing poker in the dark. That's what I worry about.
See, that's fascinating to me because that is the risk you are going to run, because there's a massive risk when you make an offer and you pursue restricted free agents, because that incumbent team, whether it be the Pistons, whether it be the Utah Jazz, they have up until 8:59 p.m. Pacific time on July 7th to match that offer sheet from any outside team. And if they do that and the Lakers are not that team that ultimately signs that player, well, then you missed out on not only any free agents that could be available at Mitchell Robinson of the Knicks, who's not a great center by any means, but would be an upgrade to what you currently have, but also your own free agents that you're trying to retain as well. But I still think that it is worth the risk because of the upside play. And that's where it comes down to those interpersonal relationships with Rob Pelinka. We talk about Andrew Friedman. Andrew Friedman can sell water to a well. Can Rob Pelinka do that?
No,
so you don't think he can do that?
No, I don't think he has the affection and the respect of many of the GMs around the NBA. Now, in fairness,
get him out of here.
I haven't asked these questions in a year, right? So, but I used to ask them a lot. And people knowing I live in LA, I mean, a lot of my sourcing would happen over dinners. People would come into Los Angeles to scout players, especially when Bronny was in college, and we go to dinner. And when you're having dinner in LA, the Lakers come up. When the Lakers come up, Pelinka comes up. So where I don't ask about the general manager of the Atlanta Hawks very often, I don't have to ask about the general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers because they just come up because of where I live and where we're usually hanging out. By the way, to your point, the restricted free agency timeline is such that it's so far late in the process of free agency and the window that that a team has to match that this can I give you that this can get away from the Lakers. Can I give you a prediction of what I think could happen? I think it's entirely possible that Jaylen Duren's going to be somewhere else, and maybe it's Detroit. I think Walker Kessler's the best bet, because the Jazz are notoriously cheap, and they don't want to pay him a lot of money. And if they don't value Kessler at the top end the way that the Lakers have to, he can be a Laker. But let's just say that doesn't occur. I think you could have a situation where the Lakers are so desperate that they have to go get somebody. And I think you could see Sam Presti saying, hey, I've got this Hartenstein guy. He's pretty good. And it's all the picks. Give me 3 first-rounders and 2 pick swaps, and Pelinka blinks, and that's the move. I could see a Hartenstein-like player eventually coming in if the Lakers strike out on everything, because I always say this, GMs don't operate in the best interest of their teams. They operate in the best interest of their survival. So they operate in a very short-term thinking way when they're on the hot seat or about to be. That's where Pelinka is. If Pelinka can't get Kessler or Jaylen Duren or some other move that we're not talking about, he's going to be so desperate, he's going to do the equivalent in the NBA of going to the loan shark who charges 30% interest. And that loan shark is Sam Presti or someone similar. I think the Lakers will get someone. I'm worried the cost will be so high that after it's celebrated when the news breaks the next couple of weeks, it will actually be seen to be disastrous in a year or 2 or 3.
That's absolutely terrifying. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep at night thinking about this scenario that you just laid out, Mr. Bill Reiter. But I do agree with you that he is going to try to give the impression that some level of impact move was made. And you're right. It's like choosing a place to go eat dinner at 2 a.m., right? You're not picking what's best. You're picking what's still open, right? And what might still be open is Isaiah Hartenstein, and that would require a massive capital to go out there and get that. But if I am Rob Pelinka on the Lakers, I am desperately trying to use this situation to prove that I can close, to prove that I can add not just a current impact piece, but that someone that could actually help Luka win championships for multiple years. And look, if you can't sell the Lakers, it's like hey, sell me this pen. It's not that hard to sell the Lakers, right? If you are Rob Pelinka and you can't go up to a Walker Kessler or Jaylen Duren and say, hey, you're going to be in LA. You're going to play with Luka Doncic. Your numbers are going to go up. Basketball is going to be easy for you. You're going to live in LA. Most NBA players either live here in the offseason or they buy a house here. It's feels like the entire league lives in LA. Also, the endorsement potential. Being a Laker, you can make more money on the side than other teams. And then also you get to join the lineage of Laker centers, from George Mikan to Wilt Chamberlain, from Kareem to Shaq to Powell to AD. if you can't sell that to a Walker Kessler or a Jaylen Duren to pair him with Luka Doncic, then he doesn't deserve to have this job, is my point.
I'm sorry, like Walker Kessler and Jaylen Duren do not care about former Lakers. They care about their future bank account where they can win.
So then we're just NIL eraing, basically.
Yeah, I think that's real. Yeah, it's just like the number 4 quarterback in the country doesn't care that.
Maybe that's not the right player for this organization. Then maybe those aren't the right guys.
Those are all the guys now, dude. That Tom Osborne was really good at Nebraska. Like, who cares about Nebraska? I mean, there's such a short attention span of young people. We've got a potential roster solution from the chat over on the YouTube stream at the Fan LA from Isaiah, 21 pounds. Would you like to hear it?
Let's rock it.
Okay, Isaiah,
hit me.
I'm gonna make a few adjustments, so I'll make one. If you think that's incorrect, get back in that chat, my friend at the Fan LA. He's got a basically $145 million 4-year deal for Kessler in a sign and trade. Although if Kessler's going to sign and trade, he's probably going to want the 5. So I'm just going to make that a 5-year deal because the way that this works is that you can sign a 5-year deal with your own team or a 4-year deal as a free agent. Kessler's not a free agent; he's restricted, but he could do a sign and trade. All right, $145 million 4 years. Isaiah, 21 pounds, says on the stream at the Fan LA. Deal for Kessler for Connect, the Lakers' 29 first-round pick, their 31 pick swap. Then he suggests they trade for Lou Dort for 2 second-rounders. I do not think Sam Presti will give up Lou Dort for 2 second-rounders, but maybe I'm wrong. Sign Collins for $45 million, 3 years. Sign Grimes $30 million, 3 years. Sign Dean Wade $3.7 million for a year. I'm just sort of like looking at this I think that it's again. Sam Presti drives a hard bargain, and Sam Presti will bring Dort back happily or overcharge. Would you be willing to trade 2 seconds and a pick swap for Lou Dort?
100%.
If he goes with Kessler,
even if it means Klutch, of course, the people that represent me are having a more prominent spot in this organization. Yeah, Lou Dort is a perfect. What did D-Mac say a couple weeks ago? That Dort knocks, right? He puts people in lockdown.
Wait, did you just quote yourself?
No, did I?
In the third person?
Sorry.
Wait.
I did it to annoy you.
Did you just say the...
I just did it to...
Did you just... Hold on, I was like looking up...
Remember Dort knocks, and I never got a cheer for it? Remember that? The Dortcher Chamber?
Did you just third person yourself, dude?
Yeah, because a couple weeks ago, I said Dort knocks, because, of course, when you talk about Fort Knox, Dort knocks, the type of defense that he has, never got a cheer for it, so...
Do you want to give Bill Reiter says to give him a cheer?
Yeah, because long overdue.
What are you doing?
But I think that Lou Dort would be a great fit for this team and a great fit alongside Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. I really think those are the kinds of players, guys that have postseason pedigree, that have shown the ability to lock down premier perimeter scorers at a high level, and he's someone that you need on that team.
No, we're not moving on from the third person.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I mean, Bill Reiter doesn't think so. It feels. By the way, John Collins is that's what I was looking up. He's a restricted free agent. So this plan has a lot of restricted free agents.
That's the thing. It's very rare to pull off a deal. I mean, for a restricted free agent, but
can't get over it, dude.
That's what we're into, right?
Can't get over it.
I love the idea of that, but also too.
Are you talking about yourself in the third person?
I love the idea.
Do you ever go home and go, "Hey, Gene, D-Mac's hungry." D-Mac wants to go on a dinner date.
I have not done that, but I think tonight might be the first night. I might. Implement that.
Will it play well?
Yeah.
Do you ever give her the radio jargon or the radio signs as a way to communicate? Because there's radio communication styles. Does it ever bleed over to your personal life?
Yeah, I was telling you during the break. So yeah. She'll get really upset with me if she'll be talking and usually it's a rant about me.
Wasn't there?
Okay, so basically, when Bill Reiter needs me to break, he does this thing where he puts his hands together and he breaks.
It's a radio signal.
It's a radio signal. So
you can do it to me too.
Well, I've never hit you with a break.
Try it.
I don't know.
3, 2.
Oh God! Sorry, my wrist. I can't do it. But yeah, sometimes I'll do it with my wife. I'll do the break thing. And she'll push me. She'll give me the Elaine Bennis push. Just shove.
Are you making this up?
No.
You tell Gene to basically shut up by saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, but it has to be very extended.
Is she hosting a radio show?
It has to be an extended.
Is she hosting a radio show and there's a break coming up?
I got to get to the sponsors. Okay, that's my obligation.
You tell your wife to shut her mouth.
No, I just do it to.
That's crazy.
I do it because I'm looking for. I just do the break because it's just fun to do. I started doing it on the show. If you're listening, it's like you're breaking and what do you just breaking a stick or something? And yeah, it's a fun way to tell someone it's time to break.
Are you visualizing breaking? I'm visualizing breaking a A breadstick.
Oh, a breadstick?
Is that weird?
Yeah, because there's a
Visualize
snap.
yeah.
And maybe if they're kind of stiff, yeah. For me, it's a nice little twig, like a yeah, it's a little break.
Whoa.
Yeah. But look, it's going to be crazy the next couple of weeks.
We're already crazy.
Yeah.
We have gone. Here's the thing about I really like Isaiah 21 pounds, his plan. Here's the thing. You're relying on so many restricted free agents where if that's your plan and one or many of the teams match and it's July 6th, 7th, 8th, all the other free agents could be taken. You are running you don't control the outcome is the thing, because on a restricted free agent, whatever team that player is currently playing for, just finished playing for, they have the right to match.
And that's the thing. And it just does not happen very often. So to try to have that be your first option, your first strategy for the Lakers, you are putting a lot of hope and a lot of faith that your recruiting efforts are, one, going to be absolutely on the money, but also that those other teams aren't going to want to match in those situations. I mean, there's been some discussions that we've seen about the Tobias Harrises of the world, the Quentin Grimes of the world.
Quentin Grimes is a good one. I think what's he going to cost? $20 or $22 million, somewhere in that range?
Yeah. I mean, he's going to get a nice chunk of change, man.
A little bit of a bag?
He really is. And then would you look at maybe a Tobias Harris as a potential replacement for a Rui Hachimura, who has suitors around the league, right? That's another one to consider as well, because, I mean, is that a downgrade, is an upgrade? That's pretty close, and you're kind of betting on some of that upside there. And I think, too, you have to look at all these players of, hey, if you're a B or a C on your last team, does playing alongside Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves upgrade you to a B plus or even A for some players? That's kind of how I think you have to look at this.
What about going for whatever center you can? I'm just going to circle back to this, and then giving the rest of the farm everything for either Trey Murphy or Herb Jones in New Orleans, where the sense is that they're going to just do a total teardown and rebuild because Zion just doesn't work. I understand. I'm just trying to target sort of 3-and-D players, young players. Trey Murphy and Herb Jones are both, well, Murphy makes a lot of money. He makes in the 27, 29, 31 in the next few years. But Jones is 15 this year, then he jumps to 21 next year and 22 the year after. This is where Rob Pelinka is going to be creative. Rob Pelinka can't just be the guy that's like, who's the restricted free agent? How do I do this? Who's a free agent? How do I overpay Quentin Grimes? He's got to get on the phone, and he has got to find a way to give away the 3 first-round picks and the pick swaps and bring in as much help as possible. And based on how restricted the Lakers are going to be and the fact they're going to have to overpay for a center, he's got to find young, promising wing players who are not particularly expensive, and that will cost you all of your picks.
And also,
it's the future you're trading.
It is. But, I mean, aren't you? Here's the thing. If I'm Rob Pelinka, I'm trading those picks. I'm trading those picks as Bill Reiter does the break sign. I'm trading those picks because I don't know if I'm going to be here, right? I think my job security could be in jeopardy. So, yeah, I mean, it feels like you have 2 quarterbacks and no offensive line with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. So Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, guys that are defensive-minded, 3-and-D wings, you need those kinds of players. So they're going to have to make impact moves. They're going to have to take some massive risks. And sure, those risks could lead to missing the playoffs, Luka leaving, Rob Pelinka losing his job, but that's where we are in the purple and gold.
I'm going to give you a movie line from nowhere, and I want you to tell me if you can tell me what movie it's from. Why would your buddy? Why would your dad?
Jeez.
Because you're good at this stuff. It's a somewhat deep cut. Here we go. There are TV. There are. Why would your buddy? Why would your dad? It reminds me of me and you sometimes.
Is that Brokeback Mountain?
Close.
I can't quit you.
That's what reminds you of the
I
two of us.
can't quit you.
We're gonna have to have an off-air conversation.
Okay, what?
Horrible Bosses 2.
There we go.
This is like Horrible Colleagues 1. It turns out. All right, we have some important Shohei news, and we'll keep talking LeBron next here. Oh my God, dude! On T-Mac and Ryder. show, D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That is calldowntown.com. You're crazy, dude. You're crazy, man.
Crazy.
Little Shohei Ohtani news, which you were so happy about when you heard. You gave me a little smug little smile. By the way, for really quickly, congratulations to Michael in Inglewood. You won a pair of tickets to the City Championship Celebrity Challenge. I don't even know how to say it. Is it Narbonne High School? I should know. I don't know. On July 11th, Deshaun Jackson and Keyshawn Nixon lead as biggest stars in a one-night celebrity basketball showdown. Tickets and info at 310originals.com. Easy for me to say. Shohei Ohtani pushed back to Friday. Sounds like it's because of rest. And I'm just going to go, dude, why do you enjoy my misery? Because you know that when the news came down, the first thing I worried about, but I wasn't going to bring it up, was the Cy Young Award. And you looked at me and you winked. And you smiled.
Because...
Come on, man.
Okay, because here's the thing.
Mean.
First and foremost, you're still going to do what you want. This actually should help your cause because...
How's it going to help my cause?
I'll tell you how.
Okay.
And you tell me.
That was a...
What?
Shut your mouth right and listen.
No, because
Tell me.
I'm prepping you for something that I think you're going to disagree with. Okay? Call me crazy, and I have no way to prove this. This is just top of my head right here, just thinking. Maybe Shohei doesn't want to pitch up in that bandbox of a minor league park in Sacramento because he doesn't want to have a bad start because he doesn't want that ERA to blow up that would hurt his Cy Young chances.
That's a great goal.
What is that? I don't like that. I mean, I don't know if I like that. I like the rest.
It's your speculation. You can't criticize the thing you're speculating
well,
on.
I'm just saying,
what if this is the thing? That's interesting. That guy sucks.
If there's any truth to that, I mean, look.
Straw man argument, Doug man argument.
That's a little argument jiu-jitsu there. I will agree with that. But I will say that
that's interesting.
It makes you wonder if they're worrying, from a mechanic standpoint, will him pitching in that ballpark where you saw the Dodgers exploded on the A's yesterday. Shohei Ohtani hit a laser home run.
That thing is still, that thing just landed in Portland.
That ball had a family. But yeah, absolutely crushed it. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And it makes you just kind of wonder. I mean, do you not want to pitch in that ballpark? I think that Shohei has all the confidence in the world in his abilities that he can navigate his way through that A's lineup. But
you just said the opposite. You just said he doesn't have the confidence.
I think he does, but I think that this may be a collaborative. I'm just spitballing here. I've been LeBron. I've been LeBron all day, so I forgot even who Shohei Ohtani was at this point. But aren't you a little disappointed though? Because I was so excited. Well,
never.
Well, I mean, at the fact that
never.
I mean, I was looking forward to. What do we see Shohei Ohtani and Dalton Rushing? Yeah. Would they be still beefing?
I mean, what,
like Sammy's thumbnail that you made, right? Are they still beefing? Like, are they back on
Sammy thumbnail?
Are they back on the same page? It feels like this is we're kind of prolonging this, but I mean, it is the Padres series, so I don't know what Dave Roberts says specifically as to why. I'm guessing it is just for some additional rest because he's been dealing with inflammation in that knee and also
just a little
the blister there too.
Protects him a little bit from himself.
Yeah.
Which I've never called for, but
Can you imagine too, those tickets were so expensive. 14,000 fans, something in that range for that ballpark. Lots of expensive tickets up there probably to see Shohei Ohtani.
The Dodgers are back on Thursday?
Yeah.
Could they rush, and would it be obnoxious to do a good riddance LeBron bobblehead? Just kidding. Just kidding. Kidding. Same ownership group. What about
he never threw out the first pitch though?
What? That's you. Those are your words. What does that mean?
No, I mean
no. It means nothing.
But
what's the takeaway?
I mean, just my takeaway.
Connect the dot.
My takeaway is, look. I mean, you
hate him.
Your take on Myles Garrett, right? And LeBron James, which I thought was an interesting take. That was really
which was what
the one where Myles Garrett's already more LA than LeBron, right? And guess what? I mean, I just want to give you credit because I think...
like how I'm asking you to give me your opinion on something. You're quoting me. I know my opinion.
Oh, I know, but
what do you think it means?
Well, I'm just like now.
Just say you hate LeBron.
No, now the dust is settling here.
You hate him.
You're gonna have the what really stands out. You bring that up is that LeBron's gonna have no more opportunities to do things like that, and it just goes to show when
that's not the takeaway. The takeaway is what you were trying to imply is that LeBron never truly loved LA the way that he should have because he couldn't be bothered to throw out the first pitch at Dodger Stadium. That's what you were going to say.
I was just trying to throw you. I was trying to be Kobe and throw you a lob, and you Shaq, and you boom.
You turn. I'm like, oh, that's it. What do you think? And you're like, yeah, he's going to miss his chance to throw out a first pitch.
That's not true. I can't believe you're doing that.
You want the lineup?
I mean, come on. Yes.
All right. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
I should have changed the subject. You want to get there?
I cannot wait to hear about this lineup.
Shohei Ohtani. Okay. Andy Pajes, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Kyle Tucker in the 6th spot, Tommy Edman, Miguel Rojas, Dalton, your guy, rushing. And obviously we know that Justin Robleski is taking them out tonight. Let's go back to why you think LeBron is not a good LA person.
Hey, look, I mean, it just goes to show, right? I mean, you got to take advantage of opportunities. I really do think that. I think that where Shohei, it's kind of cool to me too, like how much more even today this feels like it's Shohei's city than any other athlete in this town. Like with LeBron gone, I mean, it does feel like there's some type of the air is just different here today. It really does. I mean,
I can tell you this: LeBron didn't go to his locker a lot.
I told you, by the way, that I did. It was funny that you brought up you had a dream or something.
Oh yeah, are we gonna do this?
Sure.
We're gonna compare our dreams.
Yeah,
by the way,
yes. Well, you got really excited there.
Very quickly, Kawhi Leonard got traded. Nobody cares, but he's going to Toronto. Yay! So I had a dream the other day. Birch wasn't in it. He was. I had a dream that we came in and you weren't around and you missed the pre-show meeting. I'm like, what is going on? And then you came in hammered. And I tried to start doing the show, and you started, ah! And then on this table, you started rolling on the table like a cat with your belly up, and then you kind of rolled off. And then it was a total disaster, and it threw me off, and obviously didn't make it. And then I got yelled at by our boss, Andrew.
That dream really happened.
That dream 100% happened 2 nights ago.
Oh, man.
I don't know. What do you think it means?
I think it means that you fear that that's what you would possibly, potentially, truly do. And that you're viewing yourself through myself, maybe.
Can
I
I
don't know.
give you my read?
Yeah.
I think I'm really excited about this radio show, and I love doing it. But I've done a solo show for the last 10 years, and I'm not used to having a partner. And I think it's really good. But I'm also just trying to adjust to, the fact that we're tethered to each other.
But where's the me drinking coming into play here? You're the one who told me that at Bavel you got 6 cocktails that cost you $500.
It did.
And that I'm the one that's showing up to the set. Hey, Bill, man, I love you, man. You're the best co-host. I'm wasted, bro.
I'm not sure. Well, we did go out one time, and you matched me drink for drink.
That was beers, though.
Yeah, but you still did it.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Let's go.
You're a warrior.
I'm done.
What was your dream? Oh, actually, Birch, what do you think that dream means? Do you have any read on it?
Geez. No, it could have happened.
You know what you? Oh my God. What is the character in Major League who is Bob Uecker's sidekick?
Oh yeah.
Birch,
just a bit outside.
He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
Yeah, no.
Birch,
dude.
what do you think? I don't know, man. Birch, there's no kids in the dream.
Thank God.
Safe space.
Harry Doyle.
His sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry Doyle's sidekick.
Yeah. That's
you kind of look like him too.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I wonder what the
where he doesn't say anything the entire movie.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what do you think? He's like, it was a good hit. He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Just a bit outside.
Ball 4, ball 8, ball 12. How do guys lay off pitches this close? All right. What was your dream?
So my dream looks. I told you that. It was last night, and you were absolutely wasted.
Was I really?
Yeah, you weren't in the dream.
Okay.
But I was thinking about you during the dream, though.
Wait, what?
I was thinking about what I would tell you in this situation, because my dream was, I kid you not, and I really remember my dreams, but I dreamt that I was in the Dodgers clubhouse, and I was sitting in the chair at Kyle Tucker's locker, and Miguel Rojas was right there. Max Muncy was right there. Freddie Freeman was right there. And no one was talking to me at all, right? And I was like, well, it's a good thing that at least they're not, kicking me out of here or anything like that. And then Kyle Tucker walked in, and he walked towards his locker. And I'm like, oh, here he comes. He's going to say something. And he walked through me. And I was, invisible. I was like a ghost.
You were a ghost.
Yeah, and then I just left, and I was like, wow, Bill's going to be like, this is crazy.
I'm going to interpret it.
Okay.
You are so afraid.
I knew you were going to say that.
Angering the Dodgers that it's killed your very soul and spirit. And now, the thing you fear most, you feel that you're invisible to them.
No lies detected.
First, you got anything?
That sounds good.
He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
Yeah, there you go. I think hopefully that's not the case. But,
I dream a lot, dude. But
you
usually
do?
Yeah, but usually I kind of forget them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, keep a little journal like your boy Puka Nakua and write them down, maybe.
I dream a lot about work, too.
You do?
I had some weird dreams in my last job about my producer.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I would bring up all the time on the air. He'd get really uncomfortable.
That's pretty crazy.
I think once I dreamed just a tomato and I picked him. Like, weird. That one I made up, actually. All right. The new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA sports. We're going to put a bow on this LeBron James conversation we've been having all day, and we're going to visit with our guy, James Coe, from The James Coe Show, next on DMAC and Reiter. the show. Doug McKain, Bill Reiter. That's you. That's me. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. We just talked to one of the folks in the hallway who just randomly told us they hate LeBron James. People do not like him.
That's so funny you brought that up because I didn't even think to use that or talk about that, but it does give you an idea. Just people have an opinion on him one way or the other. It's very not gray with LeBron, and that's coming from a Warrior fan, too. She's a Warriors fan.
She's like, I don't want him.
Yeah.
Because I thought,
get him off my
team. You think he'll be a Warrior? She's really nice. And we go, well, yeah, maybe. She goes, no, I hate him. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, it's not like,
and then
hey.
you turned to her and go, he hates him, too, and pointed at me.
I did do that, sorry.
I really don't hate the guy, by the way.
I'm telling you, yeah, I don't think you do.
By the way, I hate Chris Paul. Like, I hate him. I'm trying to think who else I hate that's out there. There's other people. Chris is the only one that I've met. So, like, I would tell you.
Yeah, I don't think you hate LeBron. I really don't. I think you just strongly detest him.
I think he hates me. I don't strongly hate. I think he kind of hates me, though.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I know.
In some ways.
We've had this. I don't mind being hated for the right reasons. I just don't like being hated for misunderstandings. But it's part of the business and part of the deal. What is your optimism level right now that the Lakers will be a top 4 team in the West next year?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like Luka's ready to have that MVP season. Before Kobe won those 2 titles without Shaq, he was able to win that MVP, and that kind of springboarded that next Lakers era with him and Pau. I feel like you're going to get the best version of Luka Doncic. I think it's going to be a level of freedom and a level of pressure that he's going to want to answer to. So I would put it at a 6.5 just because I just think there is a level of, hey, this is who we got. Let's ride. I feel a cautious level of optimism knowing what's at stake. The Lakers are going to make some impact moves. So I feel like with the roster leaning towards depth around a superstar, Austin Reeves is back, I get a 6.5, but I'm feeling better.
Will it be all right? So LeBron's gone. Will it be success next year if the Lakers finish 3rd or 4th, make the second round of the playoffs, and have a competitive 5 or 6 game series that they lose to the Spurs or the Thunder? Because I think that is the best case scenario next year. That is the high watermark.
I mean, by the standards of the Lakers, the answer is no, right?
I know, but
as far as is it a step in the right direction with Luka Doncic?
Does it feel like a progress?
If you can guarantee me a postseason series where you have a healthy Luka and a healthy Austin Reeves and role players and pieces around him that look like they could give them a puncher's chance to compete for the next couple of seasons, I think you could say it's a success. I think it's a world where there's successful ingredients to what could be a possible championship. But I also think, too, if that's the highest you're going to go, what would lead you to believe that you can take the next step with that group? I mean, to me, I think that you got to have Luka play out of his mind with some role players that can certainly take him to the next level.
The thing about Luka is, and I guess maybe we sleep on this a little bit, if you build the right team around him, and by the way, the right team means top 10 defensive team. Like, you have to, he's such an offensive force that there's a world where he just, in every seven game series, including against the Spurs and the Thunder, he can win you 2 games by himself. And if the defense can put you in a 3rd game, and then you can just get help. I mean, there is a world where I think you can build a unlikely but still non-zero percentage number chance of having a team that can compete for or win an NBA championship. I just you can't.
You can't.
If you have Luka.
I mean, here's this summer was going to define Rob Pelinka because Rob Pelinka couldn't get Anthony Davis to center. Can he get Luka Doncic to center? Why can't Rob Pelinka get centers?
All right, so I don't know. I don't want to be the guy that defends Rob Pelinka.
Sound like you do.
Trying to get Anthony Davis a center is like trying to get Bill Reiter the first name Bill. You are a center. Like, this is one of the things
he likes in that dunking spot in the 4.
I don't care what he likes.
Yeah.
What is the Mad Men line? Are you the one that quoted this to me earlier?
Which one?
Where it's the money is how I value you. I'm butchering. There's a Mad Men line where they're basically like, you don't value me. Oh, that's what the money's for. I want to feel respected. That's what the money's for, everybody. AD was paid a bunch of money. Play the 5, they need you to play the 5. Like this anyway, this is we don't need to relitigate 5 years. The Anthony Davis thing pisses me off. And it's part of the problem because Klutch was running the show. No, dude, you're the 5. Deal with it.
He's also a superstar that was a major reason why you won, and that team would have been better off with a more competitive center that could have taken the brunt of the load and off of him to allow him to stay healthy. I mean, I think that's asset. Getting AD a center is not catering to your superstar. It's asset management. That's what that is.
Center. He was a center, and that was when the NBA went small. Here's the question I wanted to ask you. We've sort of reverted back to a world where big men are important, and we're sort of like, it's not old school basketball, but what about a world where you just build a small basketball team like the Warriors had? I mean, Draymond Green is a very rare five. I understand that, but I'm just worried that getting a bad center and overpaying for that bad center isn't going to work.
I get the idea about zigging when the rest of the league is zagging,
that's it.
But the truth is I just don't see a world where you can compete without a legitimate big. I mean, just look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, right, with Sam Presti. They have been the class of the NBA for the last 5-6 seasons, and what did they do this offseason? You got Hartenstein back, and you went out there and you got Adai Mara, who is a 7'4", 7'3", he's a massive center out of Michigan, so they understand the value of a big man. And also,
they're building to battle Wemby, though, right? Like the Thunder are constructing themselves now entirely to beat Wembanyama. I need the Lakers to just build a good enough team to compete, and then we can sort of fine-tune it from there.
But I also think, too, that if you had lethal shooting, and as good as Austin Reeves can be as a playmaker and a scorer, I mean, he has his droughts from beyond the arc. You need better shooting. You need a big man that I think gives Luka Doncic the ability to do everything he wants on the offensive side, and that's how you optimize Luka Doncic.
But I'm just the center. I'm totally with you. But
I understand. You're saying if you can't get a center,
no Kessler, no Duren.
I get it. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, I don't know. Do you really want to go spend 3 pick swaps and 3 first-round picks to just get a mediocre center?
Yes. If I go out,
I'd rather just go.
If it's 2 a.m. and I need to find a spot to eat,
on the board.
If it's 2 a.m. I need to find a spot to eat. Like, I'm not getting the best place, but I'm still hungry. I need to eat somewhere.
Drive another 5 miles and get good.
That is the 5 mile. Oh, here we go.
Let's go!
Great!
Let's go! That was good. Are we cheering for the wordplay or for James Coe?
James Coe, for sure.
I don't know if you heard this, but the biggest news in the NBA this year, Kawhi Leonard got traded.
Kawhi Leonard got traded. Wall-to-wall coverage of the NBA is going to be happening on my show today. LeBron getting, I don't know where he's going to go, man.
I don't either, and I actually kind of buy the notion that it's a wide range of possibilities.
I think the 3 teams that obviously are at the front, that are the front runners right now, Cleveland, Golden State,
Miami,
and Miami.
Yep. Okay, I will say this. We talked about this. Every time he has gone somewhere in free agency, it's been a surprise.
That's also true.
So he is
also
capable
true.
of being unpredictable, like Doug.
I hope he goes to Golden State just because it would be a fun watch. For
our 2 shows, it's the best content.
100%
creation.
Because he joins an op, so we get to hate him.
Yep.
Also, he's not going to win a championship. They're the Olden State Warriors.
The Olden State Warriors.
I still think that they would have a non-zero chance.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they could do it.
I'll tell you what, they'd have a better chance than the Lakers right now.
Oh,
give me the Lakers over that squad, man. At the end of the day, Luka's the best player in California. I'm saying that.
I think, first of all, that is accurate. But I'll tell you what else I'm going to address on the show,
but
too.
that was true last year. What does that do?
I'm just saying. I mean, he leaves.
He's got to stay healthy.
Is California the only state that has NBA teams this upcoming season?
It was strategic on my end. Strategic on my end.
I will say this too. I want to explore this idea. The downside risk of the Lakers right now.
Okay.
They've got all this cap room, and where are they going to spend all this money, man? I have no idea.
No, I mean, I think it's especially because restricted free agency doesn't really work anymore, and guys don't really move in that way. And
Bill, doesn't it feel like Rob Pelinka was building out this cap space almost as if like he was trying to build a team from like 10 years ago?
I think
like
Rob
that's the strategy from 10 years ago, and it's not good.
Is Rob Pelinka bad at his job? Yes.
Yes.
He's awful at his job. He loves Pelinka.
I hate Pelinka.
I know,
Pack your bags.
There's a lie. I lied.
Rob to Pelinka.
Is Walker Kessler a solution even if you get him for all the money?
I think it's a good solution.
Do you like him as a player?
I do. I like him as a player. Rim protector. He added a little bit of a 3-point shot in the 5 games that we saw him last year. I don't know, man. Like
they've shown interest in him,
right? I don't know.
I mean, he's a huge unknown. Right, I'd almost try to find out if you could pry away Domantas Sabonis. I think he's a perfect fit.
I heard you say that the other day, and I did a pro Sabonis thing a week or 2 ago, and this guy came at me.
I'm not a big Sabonis guy. I'm not.
Oh man,
James goes right. That's all you need to know because I have 10 seconds left. He's Doug McKain. I'm Bill Reiter.
Let's
Thank
go.
you for letting us hang out with you. James Coe's got you covered.
Let's
James
go.
Coe Show next. And we're about tomorrow. D-Mac and Reiter. Thanks for hanging.